Hello, everybody. I am home. I am here. I am live, and it is early. Hello, Marquise Phillip from Mali, Victoria, Australia. Hello, Salty Buddha. I miss you all the time. I'm so happy that you're here, and I understand if you fall asleep. Hi, crazy old lady. Good to see you. Hello, Catherine Gaston. Glad to have you here. I'm sorry. I can't wait. I'm actually going to try to sleep tonight because I didn't sleep last night. For my surgery, they make you take 2 showers, one the night before and then one literally like right before you're picked up, and you have to use a surgical scrub. So I kept having like those, like, I don't know, daydream nightmares where like I was so worried that I would miss medical transport picking me up, and or that I would miss my shower. And I kept having these, like, little panic attacks that the driver would show up and I'd be like, oh no, I need to shower. So yeah, I just stayed awake and then did my shower. Started at like 3:30 in the morning, and yeah, they picked me up at 5. It was an hour-long drive. So I'm not gonna lie. It is one of the most painful things that I've ever had done in my life, surgically. I don't know what he did, even. He claimed this time that there was no mesh in there, because when he came in to talk to me, I said, he said something about, hopefully we can make this a little more comfortable for you. And I said, just please get the mesh the hell out of there. And he goes, I didn't put any mesh in. And I said, well, the last appointment you said you did, something started with an L. And he's like, oh no, those are the dissolvable sutures. I didn't use any mesh. He said he did the last appointment. I'm not crazy. I know what I heard. And it didn't register in my brain at the moment that he said it. It took a little bit to register, and I'm like, what? So, yeah, now he said there's none. So I don't know. But he said there's none in there, and he was just gonna clean it up and get the dissolvable sutures out of there. But like the bone hurts all the way up to where your foot and ankle meet. Like, it's the bone hurts. And then they came in after I came out of anesthesia. They came in and took x-rays. So I don't think they would have done that just for him cleaning the wound up. Like, there was more done. There was definitely more done. And the amount of pain, like, I can't even put it into words. Like, if they were to call me right now and ask for, what's your pain on 1 to 10? Like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, if I wasn't taking my pain meds, it would be the top of the charts. So, but yeah, I taking my pain meds and just going through it. I'm gonna get through it. So, hey, Joey Bag of Donuts. That was my daughter's dinner. She wanted banana bread from Dunkin' Donuts, and because they got this banana chocolate chip bread. And I put the order in online, and her friend went to go pick it up. And her friend calls and says, they don't have it. What does she want instead? And she's like, give me some donut holes. So they sent her a bag of like 15 donut holes. And that was okay. She's got dinner and breakfast and possibly lunch out of that. Because I'm not cooking. I'm not going to cook. Not for a little bit. I am mom duty off. Hi, Patrick B. Good to see you, honey. Hi, CE. Glad to have you, love. It is a rare early one. Yes. Yes. Possibly. I usually have Beta Sept. It might be the same thing, just, brand name versus clinical name, whatever. But I know chlorhexidine is a pretty popular one, but they always give you the little bottles of it and do the 2-shower thing. They probably did. I'm not kidding you. I am not kidding you. Like, the bone hurts. Yeah. I'm not a big fan. Not of the. I like when it comes to filling. I like the fruity fillings. I don't like the whipped cream like filling. I do like the Bavarian cream or the buttercream. But I'm not really big on donuts and frosting and sugar in general. That's my kids' thing. I'm really not a big sweets person other than my frozen coffee. Like I boycotted it for a while, y'all, and I relapsed. I just hadn't gotten that far. I'm sorry. I love you. And I'm so glad you made it home in time to come join us. Yeah, see, those are good. They're, not as thick with frosting. Not a big maple person. I know, weird, right? You know what's funny? They did this test in a big city. You know how they set up those try A and try B kind of survey booths? So they did this survey booth thing with maple syrup, and one of them was real maple syrup, and the other one was the artificially flavored maple syrup. And they asked people to determine which one in a. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry, guys. My daughter is she's making her own prom dress, and she needed me to lace up her corset right before I went on stream, and now she put that corset onto the mannequin, which is not the same size as her. And so she needed me to tell her, like, the lacing, if it was the same distance as what I had it on her, so she can gauge sizing it. So sorry. She has the ability. Be good, Marquise Phillip. So anyways, so they did this blind street survey, right? And they were asking people to tell which one was the real maple syrup. And almost every single person picked the artificial flavored syrup as the real maple syrup. And they were like, oh yeah, that's the Sunday morning breakfast I remember with grandma. But it wasn't real maple syrup. Real maple syrup doesn't taste anything like the artificial. No, I mooted me. I didn't moot you. Whatever, it's a mute point. You can take that piece of fruitcake with you, literally forever. It'll never spoil. Yeah, so Philip Heels had he said a couple dockets ago, he said, we need a good trial. I found one. It's a short one and small claims, but it is a trial. So I have that for y'all. And then I have poor Marlena Taylor. She's one of the most underrated judges that is out there. I swear, I love her. Yes, Patrick B, before it even begins, she is too soft. And I know that. She is very soft and probably squishy. But I love her. She's so overly sweet. And she's just cute as a button and treats everyone with respect, even when they don't really deserve it. Oh my God, she gets some of the wildest people. I think it's got to be the part of Michigan that they're in. It's got to be. Like, different counties act differently. And that's one of the reasons she's not hard. Being hard up against hard, it's not going to work as well, These people are so disrespectful. And if she were to butt heads with them, she ain't going to get nowhere. So she goes at it with a different approach, and she's just sweet. She doesn't put people in contempt a lot. She's not forceful. But I think that's by design. Because like I said, in the area they're in, they obviously weren't raised right. And they're going to clown. And she doesn't tolerate it. She'll mute them. She'll boot them. But she's she's not going to fight them. It's too much energy. You're welcome. I am always thinking of you. I'm always thinking of all my channel members. I take your suggestions seriously. That's exactly right there. It is. It is just artificial. You probably can't tell me her name, but if you did, I would give her a wave and an I love you, and you could show her and tell her that I love her. I love you, Salty Buddha, honey. You go right ahead. You hit that like button, and then you fall asleep. I'll be in your dreams, and you can wake up and watch it later. I love you, buddy. Thank you for coming. She absolutely does give them respect. Yeah, 100%. Hi, Emmy. Emmy, thank you so much for coming. I'm so happy you made it. Good to see you, sweetie. You are such a cute little button, and I'm so, so happy you're here. Hi, Big Tiff Dog. Thanks for making it. You're the bestest. The bestestest. And Rocky Lennon, hello to you too. I just pass right by Rocky Lennon and go straight to Emmy. Yep, I'm sorry guys, but your pets and kids they get the greeting first. I'm so sorry. See, with Salty Buddha, his dog is Buddha. So every time I say hi to him, I am saying hi to Buddha. Oh, I know, sweetie. I know. With the Barbie dolls or the Barbie movies? Because if she's watching the movies, may I highly recommend Mariposa. That was one of my favorites. My daughter had and I mean every Barbie movie when she was a kid. And her and her buddies, they still get together and watch them for nostalgia purposes. It's so cute. No, oh my gosh, I love that, Emily. I love that. Oh my gosh, I love that. Yes, Emmy, did your mommy let you push the like button? That's it. Teach them young. Teach them young. You can have all the fruit cake. I'm going to have the regular cake. Yep. With buttercream frosting. Yep. Cake's okay. It's all right. I used to make cakes. I decorated them. So and designed them for people. It was fun. Bad Scooter! Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you. I never get to see you because, I have a crap schedule. I'm so happy I get to say hi and I get to thank you. You have been so wonderfully generous and I am so appreciative. And I just want you to know that. I absolutely love you. I adore you. And I'm so grateful for you. Absolutely. Hi, Ruth Ward. I love you too. And you know what? I'm only cheerful because I have you guys. And probably the pain medication that helps. Probably more than I'm gonna admit. Yeah, seriously, without it, I would not be okay. But no, you guys, you can ask Emily when last night I was so sad. I was so sad. I wanted to come on live because I had these edited last night and I wanted to come on live, but the pain level between my spine injury and because they have to redo the ablation and my foot, like the two things, they just they were hitting hard, and I didn't want to miss my second shower. I didn't want to, screw up my surgery, pickup time or anything like that. So I was like, I can't risk it. I can't go live. But seriously, I can't. I was like, I want my friends. I want my people. I want my chat. I love you guys. I love you. You make my days. You seriously do. You make every day better. And I am so grateful for every one of you that's here. Every stankin' one of you. You guys, you're my fam. Hi, Patty. Thanks for coming. I'm so happy you made it. Yeah, I love you guys. Oh my gosh, I love you guys. Seriously. And we've got an Earl right here. Earl loves you guys too. And I've got an Ava under the desk. Oh man, that's what I needed her to grab me, a charger. It's in my pocket. Give me 1 second. I have to mute it because she does not want even her voice to be heard on my live streams. So give me 1 second here. Okay. Operation Get Charger is in effect. And also treats for the dog. I decided I'd get fancy and I'd try doing meal prep. So I meal prepped up a dozen muffin tin eggs, just the eggs with some cheddar cheese. Hold on. Okay, so I meal prepped up some eggs with some cheddar cheese, and then I had some ground Italian sausage in the fridge, and I was like, oh, I'll just put those in the bottom of my muffin tin and bake those off. And no, it might be the brand. It was just great value, mild Italian sausage, but I am done pretending that they're edible. I just can't. They have since turned into Ava treats. They're the perfect size. They're the perfect size for Ava treats. Yeah. And she loves them. Pork. Fresh-ish. Yeah. The eggs were fantastic. I love eggs. So, and having them meal prepped was, it's nice when I can't really stand there and cook eggs when I want them. And they taste like hard-boiled eggs when you make them in the muffin tin. So it worked. It worked out well. No, I don't know about that still, but thank you. I like my stars. Yeah, for now, he's behaving, sorta. They might have been if they were a different brand. I'm thinking, like, if I had quality sausage, then it would have been different. But when, I didn't like the brand. I think that's all that it was. No, well, Isn't that what breakfast sausage is? Am I doing it wrong? Like I thought Jimmy Dean. I mean, isn't that Italian sausage? And that's a breakfast sausage. I don't know. Maybe I bought the wrong kind of package. I know I usually use it in like when I make burgers, they're half sausage, half beef. Or my spaghetti sauce, same thing. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, well then I'll get her out here. Ava. Well, come on over. Catherine Gaston wants to see you. The Ava fan club. The president of the Ava fan club. Can I get a kiss? Can I get a kiss? She's like, how dare you? There. Oh, now I get the head rest. Hi, cute stuff. Hi, cute stuffs. Yes, you're all fluff and stuffs. Yes, you're all love and fluff and stuffs. You're too cute. You know that? You are too cute. Can you speak? Speak. Speak. That was a good speak. Now what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Can I have a kiss? Oh, I got a kiss. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Last one. And then ooh, you got claws. Hey, your claws are kind of digging into my leg there. It's not pulling me towards you. Is not going to make the sausage come to you. My leg is not connected to my hand. Which one are you going to go for? Which one are you going to go for? Okay. Speak. 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 Good girl. You're too cute. You're too cute. Can you dance? Can you dance? Hey, dance. Dance. You got enough room? Dance. Close enough. There's not enough room to do a full ballerina on you, huh? Yes, thank you. Thank you for being such a sweetie. I love you. Chat loves you. Do you have anything you'd like to say to them before you go? Is there anything you'd like to tell them? Just going to retreat back under the desk, huh? I love you. You know, they did a study with ice creams, the generic versus the name brands, and they found that you get more buying the name brand. You get more for your money because the generics are whipped to a point that there's so much air in the container that even though it's the same size container, you're not getting the same density. And so it's actually a better value overall to purchase the name brand. Now, it's only going for ice creams. So I don't know about other things. But I do know that I prefer the flavor of ice creams when they are certain name brands. And soft serve's my favorite. Yeah. Soft serve is my favorite. And even if it's the gas station soft serve, oh yeah, good stuff. Thank you so much, Catherine Gaston. I wish it let me see the stickers. All it lets me see is that it says super sticker. I'm going to have to go on my phone into the chat and see which stickers you sent me. But I love that. Thank you so much. Yes, Eva. And you guys have all activated the pet machine. So now I'm going to have to sit here and pet her. Thanks. I won't forget the kitties. I'm waiting for him to come up here. But they come get their treats when they want their treats. Like they're cats. You can't make them do anything. Nothing. They do what they want. And I think Earl's just focused on watching Ava at the moment. I gotta plug my phone in, guys. I was gonna show you a picture of Earl earlier. Let me see if I can do this. I'll let it charge on my computer. Give me just a second. I won't be able to see chat for one moment. Well, hi, baby girl. Yeah, there's no more treats up here, but they're definitely happy to see you. And I've got to find I know I plugged my phone in. Maybe I gotta hit the OK button on the phone. Maybe there's some kind of a prompt that says, would you like to access the data, USB for file transfer. Yep. All right. So where is it now? I hear your tail, Eva. Okay, for some reason, I'm not seeing my phone connected. As being able to access the pictures and stuff on it. Oh, there it is. I just had to close the File Explorer and reopen it. Okay. And there's a reason that this is so cute, y'all. Like, not many of you have seen me walk, but I have especially when the ablation procedure wears off, I have a very difficult time standing upright, completely straight. Like it's extremely painful. So I'm like hunched over. Well, dear sweet Earl, let me open this up here. All right. Now I got to go back to this screen and present. Share screen. Entire. It's going to look goofy for a second. I promise. There we go. All right. So now. All right. So. Dear sweet Earl. Hopefully this is the right direction. There we go. Obviously, when he jumped up on my back, I bent over a little bit more so that he. But when I'm standing, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take advantage of this." Yeah. So he likes to just sit on my back when I'm resting, because sometimes Like if I'm walking around, sometimes I just have to lean over and just rest and not move for a minute and let my back recoup. And that's, that's his time to shine. That's my little boy, my grandbaby boy. Aww. That's Earl. He's the vocal one. I had a cat named Crow, my best friend in the world. He was my Billy before I had Billy. Crow rode on my shoulders. Like I'd walk around the house, I would do dishes, I'd go to the bathroom. He was on my shoulders. He was that cat. He was my best friend. Right? That's Earl. Earl is just special. He really is. He's such a good boy. Such a good boy. Your grandma's good boy. Yes. Yes, grandma's good boy. Want his treats? Hey, I love you. Okay. Grandma's good boy. Want treats? Aww. I even got the little headbutt before you wanted your treats. That's the sweetest little gesture. Oops, it's okay. Ava can have that one. I got more for you. Be right back. Okay, guys, she's having a dress emergency and she wants opinions. She wants to know if her dress that she's making is cute or not. I think it's beautiful, but she specifically asked me if I could move the camera around and ask for opinions on whether or not it makes a good prom dress. Okay, so I have to unplug my computer for a second so that I can move the camera. And that means I gotta... Yeah. I'm sorry, computer. I'm trying to do this without disconnecting my external drives because you don't want to just rip them out. Okay. And I'm sorry, I don't have the greatest lighting. Ow! Okay, so, it's a 3-layer skirt. So she's got the under layer is a dark brown. I'm sorry, my lighting sucks. And then the sheer layer, and then the satiny top, and then the she's doing a no. I don't know what that's called. Like a, what is it called? What is the like lace on the bust of?
It's just ribbon on the bust.
Ribbon.
It's just an outline thing.
Just ribbon outline on it.
You asked about where the slit is.
And She wants to know, is the slit on the side like this? Is that cute? I don't know how well I'm doing with this. And then it's a corset back. The bodice. Thank you. Okay. So opinions are coming in, Kendra. Okay, so let me scroll up here.
No one from my school is responding quick enough.
Nobody from her school is responding quick enough. All right, so we have Wowza, dress is gorgeous. Yes, it is perfect for prom. Your daughter made this. Yes, Bad Scooter, she did. She's in the process of it. I love what I see so far. Tell she's doing a great job. We have to see photos. I doubt she will ever allow that, but she's so talented, looks great, Kendra. Another okay, that is stunning. It's fabulous. It is awesome, amazing. Oh yeah. It's beautiful. Seriously, that is seriously gorgeous. I hope she's considering a career in fashion design. Well, actually, she's going to be a biomedical engineer. She's already enrolled in college. Yeah. She's super, super, super smart. And then Patrick B says that is a very nice dress. Okay.
So it's good. I can continue on with it.
Yes, you can continue on with it. It's gorgeous. I've been telling her that it's gorgeous, but my opinion means jack diddly squat around here.
My original plan was.
Oh, for crying in the mud. Kendra, it's gorgeous.
Also, Mom, is the camera moved away?
Not yet. I'm in the process. I'm moving the camera now. Ava, honey, you gotta move. I gotta move. Okay. All right. That can go there.
Billy.
All right. Camera is moved off dress. It's back on the flag. I'm not muted.
Look. This other.
Yes, that is also a thing. Just hand it here.
Oh, Billy, for Christ's sake.
Yeah,
Stop fighting me.
Billy, stop helping. And then she's going to also have this that she's just going to use
Billy?
off the shoulders. Okay. Yeah, so she's gonna wear this kind of like, I don't know, crunched up a little ways, but off the shoulders, around the elbows like this, with the dress. So that's the dress plans. Let me get it to where I can toss it.
Without the cats.
Without the cat's help, yeah. Here. Oh, you guys, thank you so much for that. She needed opinions and she needed them now. TikTok age. Can't make a decision on their own. They have to have, they have to survey all their friends and get opinions from everybody else. He's gonna try. He is gonna try. Thank you so much. I know it is. I really know it is. And I'm going to have her go back and read the comments so that she knows that I'm not making it up. Is that crazy old lady says that the crunched up sheer over the shoulder elbow thing is the Marilyn Monroe look.
Well, that's kind of what I go for every school dance.
Oh, that's what she goes for every school
For
dance.
every school dance this year.
This year.
Has been diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
I'm sure you saw the necklace.
Yes, I saw the necklace. So, anyways, that's my kid. That's probably the most you'll ever interact with her. I'm surprised that she even allowed that or requested that, considering like I'm not allowed to stream in any other room of the house because she might walk past. Yeah, prom. Oh, Auntie Emily says the dress is perfect.
Okay, thank you.
I think she's done with the compliment. She's like, okay, thank you. Oh my gosh, she's too funny, y'all. Oh, I can't handle this. I can't handle this. No, Marquise Phillip, that would be batteries. But you're the next best thing, I suppose. And by the way, hello, Jody Gardner. And Jody Gardner says we love you too. No, she's just going to get annoyed with me because she's probably already on, like, now making connection with one of her friends from school or something. Your sons are biomedical engineers? Did I miss that earlier? Did you say that? Oh, they are. Absolutely. I'm looking. If you said that, I'm sorry that I didn't see it in the flood of dress comments. Oh. Well, there was a necklace on the mannequin. That's apparently one of the pieces. She only wears gold colored jewelry. It doesn't have to be real gold, but gold colored jewelry, because she is like the queen of that. Doesn't go with your skin tone, or that washes you out, she yeah, she's one of those. I love her. I don't understand all that, obviously. My rule is it comfy? Cool, I'm wearing it. I don't care about the colors schemes. I don't make my makeup. Oh, you know what? Frick it. I'm gonna take a potty break in a minute here. So why am I putting my foot up? Oh, Papa Les. Hi, Papa Les. Giggle says hi. Oh my, that is so cool. That was on her list of schools, but Minnesota has this like sister state kind of program thing where Wisconsin doesn't pay tuition for Minnesota and vice versa. So, or not tuition, out of state tuition. So, they have the biomedical engineering program, and they're not going to charge her more for her tuition. And it is one of the leading colleges in that field. So, and it's very close to where her boyfriend goes to college. So, yeah, she's stoked. She's been planning this since she was 4 years old, y'all. Most kids, 4 years old, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a princess, or I want to be a singer, or something like. No, my kid, what do you want to be when you grow up? Engineer. The type of engineer has changed. It started out with architectural engineer. She wanted to design bridges and roads and things like that. Then it went to electrical engineer. So I have boxes of breadboards and Raspberry Pi stuff and, little LED light hookups and fuses and connectors. I have tons of that stuff because she was about 8 to 10 years old in that phase, I think, ish. I mean, she was building little motors and stuff in grade school. I have one where she made this little motor, and the only purpose of it was to make a paper crane spin round and round. That was it. That was it. That's all she wanted it to do. And then she even sang this little song with it. Something about I did a thing. It was so cute. I got the video, but that was years ago, so it's somewhere on my drive. But it was so cute. And then, so architectural, electrical, and then she kind of went into medical engineer, but she didn't know what part. And then she was in this excelled learning group in school kind of thing. And there was a program called Medical Detectives. And in that program, she got to hold a human heart. And that was where she was like, nope, I'm biomedical engineer. That's what I want to do. I want to cure cancer. And if I can't cure cancer, I'm going to do this. And if I can't do this, I'm going to do this. She's very driven. If she decides that she's going to do something, dagnammit, she's going to do it until she changes her mind. Oh, absolutely. She's got so many talents and hobbies, and she doesn't give herself enough credit for any of them. She's just so humble. It's frustrating. You tell her, oh my God, that's amazing. That's beautiful. And she's just like, oh, but it has this error and this error and this error. I'm like, no, it doesn't. No one sees it but you. Oh, and by the way, y'all, guess how much all of that material costed for that dress? All of it. I want to see a few numbers in the chat. I want to see a guess. Aww. Yeah, it's such a noble dream. Part of it has to do because her family, both sides, her grandparents have been affected. Here we go. Now you're giving me too much credit. You think I got $500 laying around, Patrick B? Oh, I haven't seen that kind of money in a long time. We got $100 guess, and you are probably the closest. $7. $7. Because you want to know what that material is? Curtains. All of her fabric is just curtains from Goodwill. And it's making the most gorgeous dress. No, sweetie. You are fine. Because honestly, if she were to make that professionally, and put, like, if she had more time, and prom's this weekend, she's going to have it done. But if she had more time and she completed it, she'd be able to sell it retail for that pretty much. Right. It's all right. It is all right. It's like our only accomplishment. They are successful. We did good. Dang it, we want to be proud. And we want to tell people how proud we are. But no, she is when it comes to, yeah, yay. When it comes to Goodwill shopping, man, she can kill it. She will find the best deal. She will find something in a different department that isn't for the item that she needs it for, but it will do the job. Because I taught her that. She'll never give me credit, I bet, but I taught her that. Yeah. Yeah. She is an excellent thrifter. All right, guys, I am going to put on Philip Heel's trial, and then I'm going to go potty and probably take my meds. But so with this trial, anytime you hear the female speak, it actually is a whisper, but I've enhanced the audio so you could hear it. But just so you know, like in the original video, it's just a whisper. So keep that in mind as it goes along. It's all your fault. I had to find you a good trial. And I found you a good trial. We've seen Filipinos lookalikes in court a few times, but they were just never quite the original. Because we know you're guilty. No matter what. We don't need a trial for Philip Heels. He's guilty. Oh my God, I love you guys. Hey, I do it because I love you guys, and I want you guys to have the best experience. I want you guys to be able to enjoy these videos without the time delays. I want you guys to be able to hear everything the first time and not have to, what'd they say? And back up. And, if I come across something that is important, enough to feel like you lose context without it, I'm going to make it so that you get it. Well, Papa Les, I didn't know that Uno made a solitaire game. And yes, that was a dig. And that was the best I got as a burn on you, Papa Les. Oh no, I didn't want to share screen. That's not the button I wanted this time. I wanted video file this time. And then I want the right folder. There we go. All right, guys, I'll be back. Love you.
Off mute so that I'd be able to hear you. That little red microphone with the slash through it, you need to tap that. All right, gentlemen, this is file 2400487SC. It's a small claims case. Both parties are present. Gentlemen, what small claims means is you are asking for this case to be decided by me instead of having any kind of a jury trial. You're also asking to do this in small claims, meaning no one is going to have an attorney present. So first things first, if you are both ready to proceed here in small claims, giving up your right to jury trial and to attorney, then the first thing I'm going to do is swear you both in. Mr. Pura, I cannot see you. I would ask you to raise your right hand, the same way Mr. Radloff's going to raise his right hand. You swear or affirm any testimony that you give here today would be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Yes.
All right. So, few questions. I'm going to jump around a little bit. I don't really have too much information here. Was this a landlord-tenant, or did you guys live together?
He lived with my daughter.
Okay. Who owned that place?
I do.
So you were the landlord.
I
He
was
was
a
the tenant.
landlord.
All
I was a
right.
landlord.
Did you go to landlord-tenant court at all?
No,
All right. So he no longer lives there, correct?
right.
Did you have a lease?
No,
So when you say that Mr. Para was supposed to be paying rent every month, that was just an agreement that you had.
it was an agreement between him and my daughter. They were going to pay the rent every month.
And how much was the rent?
The rent was $530 a month.
Okay, and why does he owe it instead of your
plus,
daughter?
plus utilities.
Why does he owe it instead of him and your daughter?
He only owes 1/3 of it. If
Okay,
you look at the amount, because my grandson lives here also. So I divided it up into 3 equal payments. So he only owes for 1/3 of the stuff.
all right. So between gas, electric, and rent, it was $780 a month. But you're only charging him 1/3 of that, right?
Yes, sir.
So about $260 a month. And you said about 13 months, and that's how you get the number 3,380.
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Para, do you agree with that you were supposed to be paying 1/3 of the rent and utilities while you lived there?
Sir, I was giving Shauna Radloff, his daughter, $600 a month total to stay there, to help out with the bills. When none of the bills were getting turned off, the utilities weren't shut off, the eviction notices never came. You assume people are paying things like they're supposed to be paying.
All right, so listen to me.
He wasn't
How
giving
that works, Mr. Para, is you could turn around and sue her, but if you're telling me, oh, I paid this money, I just paid it to the wrong person, that's not really going to count as a defense. You understand that?
Well, she went around this town, sir, to her friends talking about how $600 a month from George Parrott Jr. wasn't enough money, that I should have been paying more.
Okay,
I
listen to me again.
have people who wrote letters.
Listen to me. Was she
Yeah.
a girlfriend?
Yes, sir.
So she didn't own the place, right? Her dad did.
As far as I knew, she owned it. As far as I knew,
Okay.
sir, everything was in her name, everything. In all actuality, nothing is in her name. It's all in her father's name.
All right, so here's my question. Either one of you can answer it. Who was paying the mortgage on that place?
Sir, I was paying the mortgage on it, and I was paying all the utilities and stuff on it, and the lot
right.
rent.
So what Mr. Para is saying is, I paid money, I gave it to your daughter, and your daughter just never gave it to you.
And he knows that, Your Honor. I told him that several times during the relationship
All
period.
right, Mr. Para, let me just talk to him. So here's the problem. If he's telling me he's paying your daughter and your daughter's just not using that money for rent and utilities, then there's a problem. Your problem's with your daughter, not Mr. Para.
Well, he was also living here, but that's not the only problem, is because he used one of my vehicles, if you notice, for the whole time he was here. He was
And did you have an agreement he was supposed to pay you to do that?
he was going to buy it from me. That's why I let him use it. But
Okay,
I
did
paid.
you have that in writing?
No, I did not.
Because
I
you
don't
cannot
have
sue
any-
for wear and tear on your truck.
I'm from the old school, sir. I figure a handshake is
Here's
good.
my question. Was anybody between your daughter, Mr. Para, and did you say your son?
Grandson.
The other, Who is grandson? Was anybody paying you money every month?
I was, and Hayden was.
Nobody was paying me nothing. I was paying
All right.
all the bills.
You were paying the bills, but they were
Yes.
supposed to be paying you.
Yes.
Did you sue your daughter?
Yes.
Did that work?
Did it work? She said that she wasn't getting any money from him, and she wasn't
No.
working at the time.
You're suing Mr. Para. Did you sue
Yes.
your daughter for the money as well that she owed you?
No, because I'm working.
No, I don't sue family.
Did you sue your grandson?
Yes, I see my grandson all the time.
Suing.
Did
But he
you
wasn't
sue
working.
your grandson?
No.
So why are you only suing Mr. Para if all of them owed you money and none of them were paying you any money?
Because we're working.
The main reason I'm suing him is because of the deal with the truck and how
Who
the
has
truck
the
was
truck
returned
now?
to him. I have the truck now, but it does not run.
Okay, so he was gonna buy a truck off you that doesn't work?
No, it worked when you got it.
He drove it for over a year, and give it
Okay,
back to
sir,
me because
you are
he
the
didn't pay for
plaintiff.
it.
You are the plaintiff, so whoever is there in the background chirping in your ear needs to stop talking, okay? All right, so your truck, what was the agreement with the truck?
It,
Tell me.
it was agreement. I sold it to him for $2,000,
They didn't
and
pay you any of that.
none of it
Why'd you let him keep using it if he didn't pay you?
because he was living with my daughter at the time.
All right, here's the problem. This is what I don't want to have happen. You can't be, oh, well, because it was essentially my, future son-in-law, I just kind of let him do this stuff. And now I bet you if I had to guess, your daughter and him are no longer together.
They're
Right.
no longer together.
And now you want to turn around and sue him for all the money that you think he should have paid you. But before, when he didn't pay you, you were just letting him live there and letting him use the truck, right?
No, sir. That's not the only thing. He borrowed $500 to pay back taxes, which he told me when he got his tax return he would give to me, which he
All right,
didn't
that
do.
one's easy. Mr. Para,
Nope.
do you recall that?
Mr. Perry, sir, I remember his daughter borrowing the money from him under those pretenses. Yes.
What was the money used for?
Food, and I'm sure probably marijuana in there as well.
And then you were gonna pay it back,
Yes, sir.
and you didn't pay it back.
I did not.
So you agree you owe that money to him.
I didn't borrow it. She borrowed it from him, but yes, I guess if you want to be real about it, yeah. And the $100, I definitely owe him the $100.
What's the $100? Oh, the loan on the crossbow.
Yes, sir.
All right, so essentially, here's what I want to get to. Here's what I don't want to have happen. You're allowed to, everybody just living there, nobody's paying rent, and then you guys break up, and now he wants to sue you for the rent, but he's not going to sue his own blood. He just wants to sue you. I don't really agree with that, especially if you're telling me you were paying towards that. You just don't know what she was doing with the money. All right. But here's the problem. Essentially, you're getting stuff because you are with his daughter. You're getting money and you're getting help from him that you guys aren't paying back. Now the relationship's over and we have to decide what's really fair for you to pay this man back. You understand some of this stuff that is happening, you do owe him money for room and board, essentially rent, loan for crossbow, loan for just giving you cash that you were going to pay back. What's the situation with the car? Was it your understanding you're going to buy this truck off him?
That was the intention, but when me and his daughter split up with the criminal charges that she had brought against her in the probation, they just kept harassing me for money. If they would have just been able to wait another 2, 3, 4 days, maybe at the most, I would have had all of the money for him. But then again, I didn't want to have to deal with everything that I've been dealing with because of the breakup. So,
Hey guys, I just want to point this out. They broke up. She's single. She's available.
just to be done with it all.
Listen to me. Just listen to my questions here, Mr. Fair. Who got in criminal trouble, you or her?
Her, she battered me.
What was the charges?
Well, it got pled down to some other minor stuff where she got on probation for a year, anger management type of classes.
All right. We call that domestic violence. But what was the charge that she got charged in court with?
I'm
The
not
original
sure.
charges.
Maybe it was using a weapon, something about deadly force or something like that. Initially, her initial charges.
So if I had to guess, she got charged with felonious assault, but she pled it down to domestic violence.
Yeah, and that was her third offense of domestic violence. It should have been, but
so the problem is when that happens, you're not allowed to live together anymore.
Correct.
All right.
It was over. It was over after that.
How long were you using this truck for?
In maybe August, September of 2023, and I drove his truck he insisted that I drive it because my truck was a 2-wheel drive pickup truck. I need a 4-wheel drive. When I sold him my truck, I tried to give him half of the money that I got for the truck. He said, no, don't worry about it.
Okay,
he told me
listen to my question. How long were you driving his truck around?
About 4 months, and not just myself. His daughter was driving it as well.
Who was paying the insurance on it?
Imagine her father. It's his truck.
All right. And you were going to buy it for how much money?
$2,000.
All right. And then it stopped working?
No, sir. When I gave it to him, listen, I got video proof. When I gave it to him in his driveway, I drove it to his house. Everything was running. The doors were open. All the interior was exposed. I got video of a 360-degree view of the truck. No, I'm sorry.
All right, sir. Did you send that in?
No, I didn't know I needed to send anything in. I didn't even know today I couldn't come to the courthouse because I have notes from her friends that all say I was paying her money, that she told them that. I don't know.
Well, listen to me. A lot of this stuff, I understand why we're here about. But what Mr. Radloff needs to understand is, especially because the charges were against her and not Mr. Pera, there's very little chance of essentially me saying, oh, well, the victim of the domestic violence is the one who's got to cover the rent for the whole time they were living there without paying you. Especially if what Mr. Pera is telling me under oath is he was giving her money, she just wasn't giving it to you. All right. Yeah. Now, we have some things that are pretty clear. Oh, you loaned them cash. Well, I'm not even concerned whether, Mr. Pera, I'm talking to you. I'm not even concerned whether that $500 went to her or went to you. It went to expenses you both had together. So you both are supposed to pay that money back, either one of you, either her or you. It's called joint and several liability. All right. And then essentially you're being upfront and saying, well, and of course, I think I owe him the $100 because he loaned you some money to get a crossbow. Essentially, what we have to work out here is what's fair for use of the truck, because wear and tear on the truck is a thing. But essentially, he has a truck. He's letting you use it under the understanding that you're going to buy it from him. Now, things happen. I get that. But you're not buying it from him. So what is fair use for you driving it around? I'd like to hear your opinion on that, Mr. Pera. What do you think is a fair number for a dollar amount for the time essentially you're using the truck like it's yours when really it's his?
Right. Like, I don't know. I don't even have any idea.
Now be careful, Mr. Pera, because I'm judging your credibility on this answer.
That's why I was about to say I have no idea for a credible answer, because I live approximately 14 miles to work, and really, all realistically, that's as far as I would go, and maybe 25 miles to my parents to help them out in the car or at the farm. Any work that needed to be done to tune up the oil changes, I did all that.
But you weren't paying to register it or paying the insurance, right? He was covering that.
Correct.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you want to split all that up by a quarter, that would be, I think, would be a fair and reasonable
why are you saying a quarter? I don't. Oh, just mean because
well,
4 months.
I only had it 4 months. I only had it for 4 months, realistically. Yeah, I'm not trying to mess anybody over, that's for sure. But I don't also want to be taken advantage of, and I want to be done with all of this. You know what I'm saying? I don't want. Yeah. I like the guy. He's a great guy. Things didn't work out between him and his daughter. That's or myself and his daughter. That's unfortunate, but that's the way it is sometimes.
Honestly, this guy sounds very reasonable. He's not putting the daughter down, even though she has charges against him for domestic violence. And, he's just like, hey, it didn't work out. But And he's not saying he doesn't owe anything. He's just saying what they're expecting him to owe isn't right. And if he was giving the girlfriend $600 a month, then he has every right to feel that way.
All right, Mr. Radloff, I'm going to turn back to you. You sort of heard me and essentially what we're saying, just so you know, here's what I've already locked in. That $500 is owed to you joint and severally liable. In other words, Mr. Pera's on the hook for that $500. Now, Mr. Pera could, if he wanted to, sue your daughter for that, for half of that. That's up to him. But he's on the hook. Either one of them is on the hook for that $500. He's also readily admitting he owes you back $100 because that was just straight up for him for Crossbow. He's also saying he's willing to pay you fair use for that truck, although things didn't work out, and he's not necessarily going to end up buying the truck. What do you mean the truck? Are you saying the truck doesn't work anymore?
No, the truck runs and everything. It's
okay.
The shifting mechanism doesn't light up anymore.
Earlier, he claimed that the truck did not run. We all heard it. Now it's just that the shifting light doesn't light up. Come on. Stop it.
So you don't know what gear it's in.
I want to make sure that you understand my logic in how essentially I'm having a hard time telling him that he's got to pay 1/3 of rent and utilities. When you were sort of letting them all just sort of get away with not paying you, there's a breakdown in the relationship. You're not going to go after the other two people because you still care about them and they're related to you. But this guy's just some guy now, so you're trying to sue him for 1/3 of the expense. He's telling me that as the victim of a domestic violence situation, he's paying cash money to the perpetrator of that domestic violence situation that's supposed to go to you, but it just isn't going to you. There's not a lot I feel comfortable doing with enforcing that against him. You understand that?
Well, I understand where you're coming from, Judge.
All right.
I had rental units before, and I've got shafted on them. So I just,
That's why I will say this, sir. I understand that what you're talking about, the old school thing. I'm a lawyer and I still do a lot of things that way. But let me tell you something. If you had a piece of paper right now, like you could, as a landlord, like a lease, boom, he's done. He owes that money to you. That's a choice that you make. It's a choice that I make too. I get it. But a piece of paper is always going to win in court. Judge, you guys having a gentleman's agreement is way softer, squishier. You know what I'm saying?
Judge, you can look back when I had rental units. I took people to court and I won, but I never got any money out of it because I rented to people that were on welfare system.
Gentlemen, here's what I want to explain to you is at some point in time, what you guys need is a third party, me, to step in and say, boom, here's what I think should happen. What's important about what I'm about to say is I'm going to make a determination, a judgment for damages in this case. And then above and beyond damages, there's also something referred to by the courts, what they call costs. Mr. Pera, what I mean by that is Mr. Radloff had to pay certain monies out of pocket to get us here today. He had to pay the filing fee to court and he had to pay to have you served. He had to pay $82 to do that. He's also able to recover those $82 above and beyond anything I award as damages. So essentially where I'm at, gentlemen, is that I am going to award $1,000 in damages. That is the 500, the 100, and 400 for essentially the deal that fell apart with the truck. Here's what I mean by essentially someone has to make a decision. Both of you, either of you would have a right to say, I don't agree with what just happened in there. Mr. Radloff, because you think you should have more than that ordered. Mr. Pera, because you think you should have less than that ordered. Both of you would have a decision to make. You're either going to accept the number I just said and pay that money and have this case be over with, Or one of you is going to say, no, I don't agree with that. I want to appeal this decision. To appeal my decision, you have to do two things. The first is you have to appeal it within 7 days of today's date. The window of opportunity closes. If you do nothing over the next 7 days, then what I just said is in fact the judgment in this case. And two, you must come in and do that in person because you actually have to do that in writing. All right. So my judgment in this case is for the plaintiff for the amount of $1,000 in damages and $82 in costs. What I need to understand now is that you both are clear about your rights on appeal if you disagree with that decision. You both understand your rights on appeal?
I agree with it. I'll take a judge. I'm
Okay.
fine. Let's just get it
If
over
you
with.
agree with that judgment, then the parties need to be in some sort of communication with each other where they're maintaining the civility. It sounds like you're both capable of that.
I don't really think that taking him to court was even this man's idea in the first place. I bet the person who was chirping in his ear earlier, that's whose idea it was. And I bet it was all out of spite more than anything.
And once that judgment is paid, then this case is satisfied and over. And if either one of you don't agree with what I just did, then you can appeal my finding. And then, like I said, that would be a decision that you have, Mr. Para, but you could always go after the other person who would also be responsible for paying back that $500 loan. Sounds like maybe you want to let sleeping dogs lie if there's also some criminal cases, or you can get in touch with the prosecutor's office. That could be considered restitution. I'm not sure. I don't want to give you legal advice about whether what the prosecutor's office told you they
Actually, that's called karma, Judge.
can or can't do as far as sentencing. But if both of you understand what just happened here, I'm going to go ahead and release parties. And gentlemen, you will get copies of this order sent out to you in the mail. All right.
Have a good day,
That's
sir.
fine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's fine with me, Judge.
Okay. You're done.
Thank you. On the telephone, your name, please.
Hello.
Yep. What's your name?
My name is George A. Paris Sr.
Oh, Mr. Para, we already completed that case. That's what I was doing all this time from about 3:10 till now. So we're all done. You can call Mr. Para, George Jr. He'll tell you all about it. All right.
Yes, sir. I was on the line all this time. I called you guys up at like about 20 minutes ago.
But essentially, sir, you're not a party to this case. You're not the plaintiff or the defendant. So you would have just been a witness, and neither party asked to have any witnesses. We went forward with just their testimony, and I already made a decision. All right.
Yes, sir. You have a great afternoon, sir.
You too. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. So, Ms. Hurlbutz, we have an issue with this case, ma'am. In other words, your plaintiff isn't here. What that means a lot of the time is that I would essentially be dismissing this case because defendant showed up and plaintiff didn't bother to show up. Did you happen to resolve this issue with them?
No, actually, I was going to ask why they waited 3 years to come after me.
But here's the problem, ma'am. The reason why they're not here is they served you by certified mail, meaning, you know, that little green card that is, the only reason you're here is because you knew there was a case. But part of that case was you're supposed to sign the little green card and send it back. That's how we know that you got served. The green card was not returned to the court from the post office. So in other words, they don't know that you actually know to be here today, and then they didn't bother to come then. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I didn't know I was supposed to sign that and return it.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? It's a little green card about that big.
Yeah.
That's how exactly that. That's how they prove that you were there and that you knew to come today. And then they would come today and we'd get it done. But because you didn't send that back.
They did have
What's
some
that?
Joe guy show up and hand me their papers.
Yeah, I'm seeing this as far as the court is concerned, there was no service on this case. In other words, we were not expecting you to show up because the green card was never mailed back. So I'm assuming that's why the plaintiff is not here. So like I said, normally I would dismiss the case, but I'm not inclined to dismiss the case because you essentially didn't do your service part. So I'm essentially going to explain this, and then the plaintiff will have to try to reserve you, all right? And we'll do this on a different day, but I'm not going to make you keep waiting around. If they're not here now, it's probably because they didn't think it was up today, all right? So you're not penalized at all because you're here, but we need, this is like a miscommunication. We need both parties to be on the same page for us to go forward. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
All right, so really you just need to sit tight and wait till you get notice of another hearing, all right?
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and release you. Thank you. All right, sir. First of all, I need you to take your hat and your sunglasses off. We're in court, all right? So the issue with yours is that we don't have service. So if you have proof of service, we can proceed today by default. But if you can't produce service, then essentially what it means is you might have known there was court today, but the defendant didn't know there was court today, and they don't get penalized for not showing up unless you can prove they were served.
I was under the assumption that they were served by mail. I paid for it to be done in the court or in the.
Yes. I'm not saying you did anything wrong. What I'm saying is they didn't respond to that. So now what you have to do is once we're done here, when you call the civil court back, 673-0400, they'll explain to you how to do what's called an alias filing. In other words, we tried to do it. The defendant either is dodging service or isn't there or something with them. And now there's a second or a different way you can do service, but it's not ready for today. Does that make sense to you?
Yep.
All right. So we're all set. I'm not going to make you keep waiting for someone that obviously isn't going to be here. And then if you do alias service and then they don't show up again, then you win by default. Okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He knew that the card didn't get sent back because when they signed that card and put it back in the mailbox, it goes back to the person who sent the mail certified as proof of service that they received it. So because it was never sent back, he knew she still had it. Well, and actually he didn't know that she still had it. He said, "Do you know what I'm talking about?" And she held up the envelope with the green card on it, and so yeah, he figured. But we had failed service both ways. One, the defendant had failed service, and the other, the plaintiff had failed service. And then that trial was just, how'd you like your trial, Philip Heels? Yeah, I've never known the carrier to take the card. It's attached to the envelope. Maybe there's a different type of service where they absolutely have to stay and wait for signature and take the card. But around here, you just sign it and mail it back. Yeah, that was Michigan. I'm pretty sure Norbeck is Michigan. So I don't know. I don't know if, I guess we're learning today. What it was unfortunate, for all parties involved. I don't know, maybe that's a different type of certified mail that you pay more for, like, absolute service certified mail. I don't know. It's far above my pay grade. Hey, you know what? It's not a dumb job because it pays the bills. Oh, see. Hi, Lisette Panette. Thanks for making it early. Papa Les, you are interrupting her enjoyment of the stream. How is she supposed to focus on the cases and play Uno? You are putting her at a disadvantage, and I don't like that. She's only losing to you because she's trying to be a part of the chat and hang out with me. And you're taking my friend away. Dang it. Oh, you know what? Pretty soon we'll be able to play games in the Discord server. So I'll be in there and I'll be having, Scrabble Showdown with y'all. And maybe Uno is one of them. Maybe we can get Papa Les in there. And maybe Papa Les will have to face off with Giggles. Pull a reverse Uno on you. You start off as a volunteer. Yep. There actually is a position at the animal shelters for people who go in and pet the pets all day. Yeah, you start as a volunteer, and when a position becomes available, you get hired on. But I think they only pay 1 or 2 people for it, and the rest are all volunteers. And it depends on the shelter. But it's a real thing. It's a real thing. I said maybe Uno will be an option. Discord is a social media application that was originally started for video gamers. And then it grew into a social media platform for everybody where people can have their own channels with different, they call them threads. So different sections of the channel. So if you go to my Discord, then there's a spot where we can watch movies. There's a spot where we can voice chat. There's a spot where it's called Insomniac Chat, which is just kind of the general hangout room. And so you pick which thread you want. There's an adult only one called Naughty Nightstand. There's just a whole bunch of stuff. And you pick which thread you want to go in, and you go in there and hang out and post memes and chat with your friends who are in there too. And it's open to everybody. I'm sure one of my fabulous mods will get the link and the link will be good for 7 days. But yeah, you're welcome to join up, and it's kind of nice because there's always someone from our community available. We get lonely sometimes and need somebody to talk to. We've had a rough day, and this chat doesn't have to be the only place where we can meet up. There's other places we can hang out. We have created a strong community and strong bonds, and we've developed very significant friendships in this community. And the Discord is just another way to expand on that and to allow us to communicate with each other all hours of the day and night, whether I'm live or not. And there's just so much, and there's more coming. It's currently set up on kind of like a basic a basic style. My fabulous mods are in the process of upgrading it. And there will be more stuff coming and more capabilities. And, you know, it'll be a place where I can go and have coffee with you guys and we can all voice chat and just talk, you know, rather than me putting your comments up on the screen. You can actually say what you're thinking. And nobody has to have their camera on. It's just a really cool thing. There we go, y'all. That's good for 1 week. 7 days. Every 7 days, the link changes. So, yeah. And we welcome you in there, and it's just a good place. I can't vouch for channels outside of my own. So if you wander outside of the Night Shift with April, if you wander outside of that, it's not on me. I love board games and card games. I do. I love being interactive with people. I used to play Scrabble, Words with Friends, but then it got to a point where I had so many will you marry me proposals. Like nobody wanted to play. They just wanted to, you know, oh, I like your picture. Will you marry me? No, I won't. That happened when I tried to learn to speak new languages too. I think Babel or whatever it was. They had this thing where you could go into like a chat room, and the intention was I could speak to you in your language as I'm learning it, and you can speak to me in my language as you're learning it, and you help each other learn, you know, conversational language and stuff. And it's, you know, in theory it was great, but within minutes of somebody sending me an invite, it was instantly a marriage proposal. And I'm like, no, don't really want to get married to you. Sorry. I would just like to learn to speak Spanish. Thanks. Aw, I love you. I think every stream we learn something, right? Sometimes it's useless knowledge, but sometimes it's, you know, helpful, handy stuff. Oh, that was through email. And it was like 4 of them. I never had AOL. I had Yahoo Chat when I was like 15. That's what I opened up life to. And then eventually that just went away. Mostly because of predators. You know, I wonder what would happen if someone took them up on their offer. Like, for real. Like, dang it, I want to clone myself, but in a worse version, you know? Like, I want to just shoot my credit to, you know, to crap and, you know, just not have this amazing, wonderful life that I have. And when they say, will you marry me? I'd be like, yeah, sure. And, you know, and then they're like, oh, Never mind. Yeah, no. Oh, I remember Netscape. That's what we had in middle school. That's what was on all of our middle school computers. That was our internet browser. Yup. When I was in Yahoo chats, it was always the same exact thing. When somebody would introduce themselves, it would just be ASL. That's what they would say. Age, sex, location. And an abacus. I never figured out how to use one of those. I'll admit it. The abacus escapes me. I know what one is, and I can make it say numbers, but I never figured out how to use it to add or, subtract or whatever, All I can do is put a number on it and identify the number that is on it. There we go. Discord chat news. For everybody that's in Discord. Yeah, she's a hoot, isn't she? All right, I do have another docket. This is the one I was telling you all about earlier for those that have come in since the original announcement. This is one of my favorite judges. She is super, super sweet. She's so underrated. She gets some of the wildest things. She's just great. So yes, I know she's soft on people. Oh, I love ASL in terms of a language. Oh, I swear American Sign Language it's a love language. It is so peaceful to watch and just, yeah. Yep, that's got my heart. Well, this all happened. This was 6 days ago.
In the matter of People versus Dwayne Cleveland Williams, this is ticket number SP 1528230. Count 1, expired plates. Count 2, no proof of insurance. Count 3, failed to display a valid operator's license. Appearances for the record starting. Whoa, what happened to your client?
I don't know. She was just here.
She was. Let me make sure she didn't accidentally go into a room. She probably clicked off. Starting with counsel. Go ahead. Put your name on the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Rabina Mustafa, P51967, Detroit Justice Center, on behalf of Dwayne Williams, whose preferred name is Ebony Williams.
And Miss Ebony Williams has been online this morning. I'm going to give us a second to see if she shines back in. So I'll pause for a moment. If not, you can make your request on the record for additional time. Off the record. My next date, Attorney Mustafa, just so you know, is July 2nd. Is that going to be enough time for her to get her affairs in order?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that a good date for you? I know that's going into a holiday weekend.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Okay. I wonder if her phone died.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was wondering too.
Back on the record in the matter of the People versus Dwayne Cleveland Williams. Miss Williams has completed most of the task. I'm excited to hear and print out that she does have a valid license at this point in time. However, it's my understanding there is some additional time needed in this particular matter to ensure that she has the rest of the documents in place. Is July the 2nd, 2024, an acceptable date for you and your client?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Okay, no problem. So I'll do that at 8:30 a.m. I'll set the bond at $0 personal key. I like that actually, because I want her to make sure her license stays valid. I'm gonna run it again that day.
Okay.
Just to make sure it stays valid. So that way I can, if the motion is to dismiss, we'll do everything on the same day.
Thank you, Your Honor. And
You're welcome.
I did ask Ms. Edwards about some cases that were missed, and I believe she's addressed that. I don't know.
All right, so at this time, she did have an opportunity to look into the system. We did see that one of the cases that was called on that day was closed. We ended up closing the other 2 cases that should have been closed as well. So
thank you so much, Your Honor. I appreciate you.
No problem.
And by the way, I wanted to tell you, your skin looks amazing, and I'd love to know your routine.
Thank you so much. I off the record.
Whatever.
Still on YouTube though. I just do regular stuff. You know, some people got that 20-step program. I just put on some, lotion.
And I don't mean to, I'm sorry. Did I do something offensive? I'm sorry, Attorney Mason. I apologize.
It's okay. No worries. I understand, but I appreciate that. And we do have to. I try to be as professional as I can, even with my fussing. So I understand. So,
and Attorney Mason,
right.
I'm sorry. I just know Judge Taylor from a previous work. So
She
that's
does.
why I was being familiar, but I apologize if I don't mean to be offensive, and I will correct.
No.
Thank you.
Thank you. We do. So me and Attorney Mustafa worked together for a while on opposite sides always, but we did work together at the juvenile justice. All right. Have a good day. Okay. And there's your client. Let me bring her in.
Okay.
Right. Ms. Weaver, I'm gonna put you into a waiting room until I'm ready for you. Okay.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's like I hang out with the judge and I talk to the judge too, but I don't.
And I do apologize. And I thank you for pointing that out. I do appreciate that you pointed it out to me. So I will do better. I promise.
Better at what? You complimented the judge. That's it. And then Attorney Mason has this big old jealousy fit. That was so unprofessional. And look how uncomfortable. I mean, that Faith Weaver defendant and now Ebony, the client, and the judge, everybody's just uncomfy. Nobody wants to be there in this moment.
Ms. Weaver, I'm gonna put you into the waiting room until I'm ready for you. Okay.
Okay. Do I click on the break room?
I'm gonna do it myself. No, you're not going to the breakout room. This time I'll put you in the waiting room. It's just gonna say waiting for you to come back into the court. They're almost finished talking to everyone, so it's not gonna be much longer. Okay. Are you driving? You can't be driving on. You got to pull over to the side too when it's time. You can't be driving on Zoom. You know that's a ticketable offense, and it's points on your license, don't you? Yep. Okay. All right. Just letting you know. All right, Miss Williams, I did call this matter for the record. I'll recall it real briefly. And I'm recalling the matter of the people versus Dwayne Cleveland Williams. This is ticket SP 1528230. Count 1, expired plates. Count 2, no proof of insurance. Count 3, failed to display a valid operator's license. Can I have appearances once again for the record?
Yes, Rabina Mustafa, P51967, Detroit Justice Center, on behalf of Dwayne Williams, preferred name Ebony Williams.
All right. And ma'am, will you state your license name first for the record, please?
For the record, is Dwayne C. Williams.
Okay. And then your preferred name is Ebony Williams. I am aware of that.
My preferred name, Ebony Williams. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So at this time, the court did acknowledge the fact that congratulations on getting your license. I know that was a long journey for you. and that you needed some additional time to get the remaining matters in order. I'm going to adjourn this matter until July 2nd at 8:30 a.m. At that time, I told your attorney that I'm going to rerun to make sure your license is still valid. So it's very important that you keep doing everything that you're supposed to do so this license remains as is. At that point in time, they can make a motion before this court to move forward in any capacity, okay? But it's imperative that you keep this license valid and up to date, okay?
Yeah.
And Your Honor, my client is well aware that both Attorney Mason and yourself have been instrumental in her being able to get her license, and she is very grateful.
All right. All right. Well, with that being said, I'm going to set her bond continue at $0 personal, and we'll see everybody back on July 2nd. That's July 2nd at 8:30 a.m. for these tickets. I expect that I'm not pulling any more tickets, okay, Ms. Williams? I don't want to be pulling any more tickets out the system between now and then.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. If there's nothing further, you're all set. Bonds continued at $0.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I don't know if she knows she's. Ms. Womble, I'm going to put you into the waiting room until I'm ready to hear your case today, okay? It's soon, okay?
Okay.
All right. Let me check for her SOS. Let me get this phone out here. Phone number ending in that 9703. What's your name?
My name is Marcus Walker, and I have been trying to get in, and I was having trouble getting in since this morning. I had to call 36th District, and she showed me how to get into this court.
Is your middle name Anthony?
Yes, ma'am.
My whole 8:30 a.m.
Yeah, well, I've been trying. I figured out to call down there, and I had to wait on the line till the lady picked up, and then the lady explained to me what I needed to do to get into court. Because I tried to go to Zoom and do it, and it was something about a password and some other things, and I'm like a dinosaur. I couldn't figure it out, and I knew I needed to be here. I don't want to miss a court date. And my attorney was supposed to be there because I was in the Marines, and I have an attorney for volunteer services.
I don't think your attorney has checked in. Let me check in with the court staff. I don't
Yes,
think
ma'am.
anyone's checked in. Let me see.
Yes, ma'am. I don't really understand that because without him, I'm in trouble. And I don't, maybe he forgot or something. I hope he didn't forget.
I'm not giving you a new date, so I hope he didn't forget either. I'm gonna put you into a breakout room to talk to one of our attorneys that we have assigned in the courtroom today. Do you remember your attorney's name? Maybe you can give him a call while you're in the waiting room.
I've tried to call him. I've tried to call him a couple of times already. His name is Charles. I don't remember his last name, but he's with Volunteer Services for the Marines.
Oh,
and he must have forgot.
Mr. Attorney Hobbs. Okay,
Yes.
I'll reach out to Attorney Hobbs. You better be happy I know what this case is, and I put it on my docket for you.
Well,
Mr.
thank
Walker.
God you do too. I am happy, Miss. I'm very happy. I'm gonna change your name to Miss Wonderful.
No, I don't need to be Miss Wonderful, but I do know who you're talking about. All right, I'll give your attorney a call and see what's going on. I'm going to put you into break. Let me put beside his name that he is retained counsel.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Right. Right. You're not going to have to do anything. You're going to be in a room all by yourself. I heard that there's music playing while you're in this room. Just wait until you hear.
Miss. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. York, I'm going to put you in the waiting room until I need to bring you out, okay?
Okay.
All right. Might be a beanie.
Mr. Williams, can you remove that do-rag from your head, please, while you're in court? Thank you.
I'm going to put you into the waiting room until I'm ready to talk to you, sir, okay? What's another day? Well, call me later, and then let me know once you get situated what's a good day to have him, because I think he logged off. So he said he's been calling you, and so we have him on the docket for today. Oh, so he thinks it's tomorrow instead? Okay. Let me pray. All right. Oh, no problem. Okay. Bye-bye.
Did you do the Attorney Boffman on Watson? Did we do Omar Watson?
I haven't done anything yet.
Okay. Yeah. You want to go to breakout room 2 on that, Attorney Boffman?
Okay.
Devin Wardlaw.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Now calling the matter of the people. Hold on. Madam Court Reporter, you ready too? I know we took a break for a moment.
Yes, I'm ready, Judge.
All right. Now calling the matter of the people versus Devin Trey Wardlaw. This is ticket SP 1528730. One count drove while license suspended. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court. Tana Jenkins, P82663, on behalf of Mr. Wardlaw. Mr. Wardlaw, please place your full name on the record.
Devin Trey Wardlaw.
Thank you.
Counsel, how are we proceeding today?
Thank you, Your Honor. This matter is set down for bench or pretrial. Are there any notes by chance in the file regarding Mr. Wardlaw?
No, all I have is that we were setting this for a pretrial today.
Okay, yeah. Well, he's requesting a bench trial then.
Okay. All right, if that's the case, sir, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so you can put your hand down. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And it's my understanding you want to have a bench trial. That's a trial before me as the trier and finder of fact. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Attorney Jenkins, was there supposed to be a note for an attorney or something like that, or?
No, he somehow thought he's trying
Today
to get
was
his
a bench trial?
license. He thought today was a bench trial, and
All right, that's helpful to me because instead of putting it far out, I'm gonna try and get him a closer date.
thank you.
If he thought today was a bench trial. May 1st, that's the closest I can do it, Mr. Wordlaw. You want that date?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, May 1st, 20, yes.
Your Honor, am I able to, matter of fact, I'm sorry, the prosecutor talked to me. I just have to go to the Secretary of State.
Okay, all right. At 9 a.m., I'll set your bond at $0 personal, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, have a good day, okay?
You too.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. I didn't have any notes, but that doesn't mean that sometimes I don't get it confused, okay? All right, I'm going to, Attorney Boffman, did you want me to bring Mr. Watson in? Did you resolve that, or did you need to go talk to him?
He is not responding right now because I actually asked him to take a picture of the plate on his vehicle.
I'll bring in the other people I was gonna bring in, and just let me know. I just didn't know if you needed a moment. So just take your time. I'm just bringing, we have other people, so.
He should come in on his own, Your Honor. I sent him a prompt, and as soon as he comes back to his device, he should be able to join on his own.
I'm gonna bring in some additional folks. Anthony Woods.
Yes, it's me.
All right. All right, I need you to put your picture on.
How you doing?
I'm finding you. All right, let me get these officers out here. Now calling the matters of the people versus Anthony Tyrone Woods.
Okay, before it starts with Anthony Tyrone Woods, we have a little business we got to take care of. Hello, April, and hi, tink, 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 tink. Also, Red, Jody Gardner, and Uno. Hello, Nana Laura. Thanks for coming. Uno. Papalas, quit cheating. Quit cheating. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled programming.
This is ticket SP 1107928. 8, count 1, entering a vacant dwelling without owner's permission. That's here today for a review. Ticket SP 1521661, 1 count open alcohol motor vehicle passenger. Ticket SP 1512442, count 1, disregard traffic control device, and no insurance misdemeanor. Those last tickets are here today for a bench trial. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Tana Jenkins, P82663, on behalf of Mr. Woods. Mr. Woods, please place your full name on the record.
Tyrone Woods Jr.
Thank
All right. Go ahead, counsel.
Thank you,
Did
Your
you hear
Honor. Yes, thank you. As the court indicated, we are here for the review on entering the building without permission and then on trial for the other matters. With the respect to the open alcohol passenger, I've had an opportunity to speak with Attorney Mason and Mr. Woods. He would like to plead to open alcohol passenger. With respect to the misdemeanor and the insurance misdemeanor and the traffic signal, it's my understanding that the prosecution is recommending those for dismissal, and we would join in that request. And then I'm also hoping to be heard on the review.
All right, so we'll do the first part first. I do have Officers Roy and Officer Rain here today for this trial. Sir, if you want to take advantage of the offer, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Now you're gonna have to speak up because it's fading away.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a plea today?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty of your own choice?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
And do you understand that by taking this guilty plea today, that you're going to give up the rights that you had to have a bench or a jury trial in these matters? You understand that?
Yes.
Understanding all of that, did you still want to move forward today?
Yes.
All right, I want to take your attention back to the date of November 26th of 2023. Were you driving a Chrysler vehicle in the area of Cadillac Boulevard and Mack Avenue in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And while you're driving that vehicle,
You said
I
what?
said Mack, or were you in a vehicle? You hadn't
Yes.
necessarily had to be driving it. Were you in a motor vehicle?
Yes.
And did you have open alcohol in that motor vehicle, sir?
Yes.
All right, satisfied, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
The court is satisfied as well. Stipulation for probable cause on the remaining counts to be dismissed.
Yes, Your Honor, so stipulated.
So at this time, the court's going to enter a plea to the reduced charge, to the charge of open alcohol motor vehicle passenger. The remaining 2 counts will be dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Well, let me have you be heard on the review first, because let me put in here. So he pled to this under a 90-day delay sentence, entering a vacant dwelling. And if he paid my $200 fine on January 24th. What's today's date, Attorney Jenkins? January 24th. Today is April 10th. So that would be October, November, December, January, February, March, April. That's 7 months. 7 divided by 200 is how much? I don't know, but I'm gonna bring out my calculator to find out. $28, roughly $29 a month. Madam Clerk, how much did he pay? Is there some payments made on it, like $10, $20, something paid on it? You can be heard, Attorney Jenkins. Go ahead.
Your
I
Honor,
just want to arm you with the information so you can know exactly whatever was said. And I know I'm having her look it up, but I know he's paid nothing on it. Go ahead and make your argument.
Your Honor, I spoke with Mr. Woods. We spoke several times. Mr. Woods was not, he was confused and didn't, he
I know.
would have paid this had he understood that that was his obligation, and he would like an opportunity to pay it. He is willing to make the payment. he wasn't clear about his obligations. So he didn't pay it, but he stands ready to resolve the issue and make the payment.
Yeah, because it's a dismissal. So if he doesn't pay it, then I can't dismiss the ticket. You know what I'm saying? And then he's going to enter a dwelling without it. And what I've learned is, Attorney Jenkins, that's probably the case. Because what I've learned is no one listens to me. So it's probably absolute. I have had people call moments later and say, she did not give me a date. The judge did not. So I've just determined that people really don't listen to me. They just be on here. And part of it could be because they are scared. I know being in court can be a lot. So part of it could be they just want to get it over with and they've missed information. What frustrates me, Attorney Jenkins, I'm going to be real honest, is when it's been so long and you didn't know what your obligations were and you didn't even try and call the court. Like, look, I may have missed something. Am I good? They just be like, I'm gonna throw my hat out there and see what happens in the wind when I join back on. Go ahead, Mr. Woods. Tell me, speaking for yourself for now.
When that happened, I thought because I did went to a couple courts, and I thought I did that. I thought I put that behind me, but I guess it didn't.
Okay. All right. So how much more time do you need to pay that, Mr. Woods? I'm gonna give you an additional fine on the open alcohol and the motor vehicle as well. I'm gonna just do a $200 fine on that one as well. So now you owe the court $400. How long do you need to pay it?
Like 2 months, 90 days.
Okay. Did you say 2 months or 90 days?
No, 90 days, 3 months.
7/10/2024. I'll say this. If you don't pay that $200 on the entering without vacant dwelling, I'm gonna just waive the cost and I'm gonna close it out. It's not gonna be dismissed. And then you're gonna have entering a vacant dwelling without owner's permission on your record. I don't know what else to do. Because then I've given you a year to pay it pretty much. So make it a priority for these next couple of months to take care of your business, okay? All right. If there's
Thank
nothing
you very
further,
much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, so it's due July.
That had to have been the most convincing argument that I've ever heard an attorney put forth. She sounded so confident. Golly. If there was ever an example of grasping for straws, that was it.
10th, July 10th, that gives you 3 months, 90 days to take care of that. You are going to come in for a review on that particular case to make sure you paid it. So I'm going to adjourn it to 7/10/2024. And you need to have that paid in order for me to dismiss that case for you. Okay, sir?
Yes.
All right. If there's nothing further, you're all set. All right, sir, you can log off. Yep, you can log off. Make sure you pay. Make sure you pay. Start paying on it today. $20. Listen,
So,
if you pay a little bit now, you can finish paying it off.
yeah, I got you.
Okay.
So is that all?
That should be the tickets that we have open. I have everything pulled that you have open.
So that's all I gotta pay is 400.
Yes, it looks like that's all you have to pay, okay?
But come back July 10th, right?
Yes. Yep, come back July 10th, okay?
What time?
At 8:30 a.m. That's a good question.
So I gotta come up there.
No, on Zoom, just like you are right now. I'd have to see in the computer system that you made the payment. That's all I want to see.
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right, Mr. Woods, take care of your business.
I got you.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
I will. Thank you. I'm gonna mess up his first name. Mr. Williams, what's his first name? ENRIQUE, sir. What's your name?
Enrique Williams.
Enrique. Okay. Now calling the matter of the people versus Enrique Rashawn Williams. This is ticket SP 1543451. 1 count expired plates. Ticket SP 1543463. 1 count no insurance misdemeanor. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Nicole, sit down. Quit walking around.
May it please the court, Harry Boffman on behalf of the defendant. Sir, please state your name.
Enrique Williams.
Could everyone stop moving too, or turn off your camera if you're moving right now and you're not on the record? It's very distracting for me, please. And thank you. All right.
Your Honor, the defendant is here for pretrial. He's going to waive rights to any further hearings. He's going to plead to the expired plate, and the other count will be dismissed.
Do you stipulate to the four corners of the ticket in order to establish a factual basis, counsel?
Absolutely, yes, so stipulated, and I also stipulate the probable cause as to the matter being dismissed. Thanks.
All right, so at this time, the court's going to enter a plea to expired plates. The remaining no insurance will be dismissed. Sir, the fine for that is $145. Typically, you have 14 days to pay it. Is that going to be enough time for you?
I have limited monthly fees and income. If it's possible, could I have at least 90 days?
You can. I'll give you some additional time. You need to have it paid no later than July 10th of 2024, okay?
July 10th of 2024.
Yep, that's this year, July 10th, okay?
Okay, I do appreciate
Do
it.
you want to set up a payment plan instead, or do you want to try and pay it that way? Because if I leave it open.
I will set up the payment plan if it's
Okay.
gonna look better to the court.
All right, come down here and set up a payment plan. That way you can have a little extra time, okay?
Is it possible for me to call and set up the payment plan, or I have to come down?
I'm not sure. You may have to come down here. Let me give you until August 12th. That's going to be better. August 12th. That's 4 months. Figure it out.
I appreciate it.
No problem. All right. Have a good day, sir.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye. Nicole Warnick. Put her off because she's moving too much. Now calling the matter of the people versus Nicole Marie Warnick. This is ticket SX 4281913, count 2, motor vehicle, no insurance. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Tana Jenkins, PA 2663, on behalf of Ms. Warnick. Ms. Warnick, please place your full name on the record.
Nicole Marie Warnick.
Counsel, how are we proceeding?
Thank you, Your Honor. I had an opportunity to speak with Attorney Wieringer, and he is willing to dismiss the no insurance. She's already paid the unsafe driving ticket.
All right. Well, if that's the case, the court is going to dismiss without prejudice count 2 of this ticket for her having already paid the fee. Next time, ma'am, you made a court date to come down here and then you paid the ticket. Wait until you come to court next time before you pay the ticket, okay?
They made me come to court for the second
Right,
ticket.
exactly. But I'm saying if you didn't want to, you can always, when you make those court dates, just wait and then maybe we can do something better that doesn't have as many points, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, if there's nothing further, you're all set, ma'am.
Great, thank you.
Welcome. David Willis.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, now calling the matter of the people versus David Willis. This is ticket number SP 1543915, one count open alcohol and motor vehicle. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel.
Tana Jenkins, PA 2663, on behalf of Mr. Willis. Mr. Willis, please place your full name on the record.
David Willis.
All right, counsel, how are we proceeding today?
Thank you, Your Honor. I've had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Willis, give him his advice of rights. He would like to set this matter down for a bench trial.
If that's the case, sir, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
Yes, I have.
And did anyone, and it's my understanding that you want to have a bench trial. That's a trial before me as the trier and finder of facts. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to set this matter for a bench trial on the date of July 15th. July 15th at 9 a.m. I'll set your bond at $0 personal, okay?
Okay.
All right.
If I may, Your Honor, there is prosecutor on this one, court's discretion. For the record, Chiku Mason 43471. Do you believe that he needs appointed counsel due to the nature of this charge, open alcohol driver?
Attorney Jenkins, did you talk to him? Is he going to need counsel or?
I don't
For
think
discovery
so.
purposes. Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
All right, thank you for
Actually,
chiming in on-
maybe. It may, you know what, maybe. For discovery, yes.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Willis, are you able to afford your own attorney?
No, I'm not. No.
Okay. All right. So the court is going to appoint an attorney to you. I'm going to have you return back so that we can make sure counsel is in place. Let me look at my calendar. This is going to be for David Willis. I'm going to have you come back on May 10th to make sure that counsel is in place. I'm going to give you a phone number to call at noon today. Are you ready to take it down?
1 second here.
Okay.
Can you give me that piece of paper right there?
Yeah, just one of those. Anytime. Okay, I'm ready.
Call at noon today. So that's like an hour from now. We need to get some personal information from you, but I'll see you back on May 10th via Zoom so that you can be able to talk to the attorney. So they just want to ensure that you get all the discovery. So on the day of trial, you're not saying, the attorney is not saying they don't have the information, so we can proceed forward, okay?
Okay.
All right, if there's nothing further, you're all set, okay?
Okay. Is there any information for the Zoom number, or is it gonna still be this?
It's gonna be the same Zoom information and everything, so you won't change. It'll always be the Zoom number, okay?
Okay.
All right. And if they do, they'll always notify you if it changes from my courtroom to another courtroom, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir. Bond set at
Thank you.
$0 personal. I'll see you at 8:30 a.m. on May 10th.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Your Honor. Bye,
You're
Mr.
welcome.
Willow.
Timothy Williams.
Yes.
Now calling the matter of the people versus Timothy Darrell Williams. This is ticket SP 1482523. Count 1, failed to signal. Count 2, violation of the basic speed law. Count 3, vary course without signal observation. Thank you. Ticket number SP 1481587. Count 1, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 2, failed to stop upon request. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Good morning, Harry Bachman for the defendant. State your name, sir.
Timothy Williams.
Your Honor, the defendant arrived today mistakenly believing that this was matter set for a bench trial today. He had previously asked for an MIDC appointment, and we're continuing that request here and now. I have recorded the defendant's information and sent it to Madam Clerk by way of email previously, and so we're just not asking for a next action date so we can get that appointment completed.
All right. Well, I don't have any of those notes, so I don't know whether or not it was done at that point in time. I do have the request. I see it on the computer screen next to me. So I'm going to have you come back on May 10th so we can make sure an attorney is in place, and we will pick a bench trial date at that point in time. Okay. All right, Mr. Williams.
How many times I gotta keep coming to court though?
Mr. Williams, you don't have to keep coming to court. You can plead today if you would like, but if you would like to provide your own attorney, I can give you a bench trial date and you can tell them what date that is and they can come back that day.
All right.
How would you like to proceed?
Mr. Williams.
Yeah.
You're just looking at us like, do you want to have a trial? Do you want an appointed attorney? Or would you?
I've already said that. I've already told you that already though. All I said is how many times I gotta keep coming to court. We already did this once and y'all told me
Until the matter is resolved. Listen, you don't never have to come to court another day in your life, but this matter will go into warrant status. I'm sorry that this is disabling part of your life right now. I understand the inconvenience that is given upon you right now, and the court apologizes. On my records, it says that you requested a pretrial. All I can go by is my records. Now I'm trying to get counsel in place. Once we get counsel in place, I'll try and get you the quickest date that I possibly can for that bench trial. That's the best that I can do. I'm sorry you have to keep coming back to court. If you would like to extend the dates longer because you need to take off work for those dates and it's encompassing, I understand. That's the best that I can do, Mr. Williams. I can give you a new date to get you counsel appointed unless you want to appoint your own counsel. And then like I said, I can give you a bench trial date. They just have to make sure that they're available on that date. How do you wish to proceed today?
I already said it. I just told him that.
All right.
You cut this off
All
when
right.
he was talking. I just said that.
Okay. Have a good day. All right. Omar Watson.
You guys see what I mean? What I was talking about in the beginning about, well, first off, how some of these people just ain't raised right. And for two, how she is so respectful towards them, because coming at them hard ain't gonna work. Imagine if she had taken the tough guy stance with this guy. Like he literally, when I put long, uncomfortable stare, it was 5 minutes or better, like, of silence. Just silence, where he was just staring, and they let it go, and they just let him stare, and she just went on about, going through files and doing what she was doing. And maybe not quite 5 minutes, but I mean, it was a very, very long time. And oh my goodness. But if she had started butting heads with him, it wouldn't have gone anywhere positive. He would have just taken the position of being more rude than he already was. It was an intimidation tactic. Completely. Right? Yeah. Oh, Judge Bryant would come unglued on them. Wow. Yeah. But this judge just, she knows how to handle them without causing a scene, and without letting them intimidate her or giving them the satisfaction that that they've one-upped her in a way. They don't get that. She doesn't let them have that piece of her. I really have so much respect for her. I love her. I love her as a judge.
You made the decision, so I don't know. I'm not about to argue with folks today, Attorney Boffman.
Understood, Your Honor.
I don't know what else to tell you.
All right. We're exercising my right to remain silent.
Omar Watson. Oh, I might have disabled it. Okay. Here we go, sir. All right. Now calling the matter of the people versus, I think is it in Warren status? Omar Haran Watson. This is ticket number SP 1527357. Count 1, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 2, drive unregistered, untitled motor vehicle. Count 3, disregard traffic control device. He also has a case in Warren status. That's ticket number 16045880001. This is failure to stop after a collision. This is a 2015 case. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Harry Bachman on behalf of the defendant. Mr. Watson,
Yes,
what's your
sir.
name?
Omar Watson.
Okay. So, Your Honor, the defendant was able to show me valid registration and insurance to his motor vehicle. So I'm asking that those matters be dismissed for compliance. I stipulate the probable cause for that recommendation. And the defendant is also, there's a count 3, Judge. The moving violation to which the defendant will plead responsible, and there's an amendment.
Hold on a minute, hold on a minute, Attorney Boffman. Mr. Watson, when people
Yes,
are
ma'am.
talking, it's rude to talk while they're talking, and you keep trying to say stuff while he's talking. Will you let the attorney talk, please?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I apologize.
My goodness, he's trying to represent you. You what? Huh? And you making all these noises. I don't understand what's wrong with y'all. I don't know what's going on today. Listen, Mr. Watson, just let me talk. You still interrupting. I don't know. I'm just making a general statement. I don't know what's going on today. It may have been the eclipse that has us in a frenzy today, but I need everybody just to take a deep breath. Everyone just take a deep breath. It's okay. I'm a person who will actually listen. So if you have some comments afterwards, I'm going to listen. But this isn't how we act in courts of law. I'm sure if my hue was a little different, you wouldn't be on here all frazzled like this. So calm down. I know, Attorney Boffman, we all. It's just something, but he's not the first one who's interrupted you speaking today. And you deserve just as much respect as everybody else. You're trying to, you sat on here and talked to them and taking time. And I know it's your job, but also I'm just a little hypersensitive for how people are treating you when I know you do excellent work. And so does Attorney Jenkins. So everybody just breathe. Go ahead, Attorney Boffman.
I don't think there's any confusion. I believe that Mr. Watson and I have discussed this. Is that right, sir?
Yes, sir.
And you did show me some documents, and we're going to get those 2 cases related to those documents dismissed here for that reason. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And And also, I think I informed you that there was a count 3 on the case, the time when you were stopped on those documents, and that was a moving violation. You remember?
Yes, sir.
And I just want to be specific for the record, Your Honor. Count 3 is disregarding a traffic control device. Those are what the charges are, Mr. Watson. However, the prosecutor has offered to reduce those charges to a speeding 1 to 5 over. That'll get you 1 point on your driving record rather than 2. And it's a civil infraction. It's not a crime. Do you agree to resolve the matter of all 3 cases by entering your responsible plea to that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so then we don't have any confusion. We're sorry, Your Honor, for any indication from the defendant that he was confused. On his behalf, I'm going to stipulate to the information contained within the 4 corners of the complaint for the regarding the traffic control device, with the understanding that charges will be reduced to speeding 1 to 5 over. That is without a limited access exception, Your Honor. The defendant is aware that he's going to take 1 point on his driving record, and he's going to pay a fine here, and the case will then be closed.
All right, at this time, the court is going to enter a plea to the 1 count reduced to 1 to 5 speed in this particular matter. It looks like, is it 2 tickets there, Mary, on this one? It's 2 tickets. You see? All right, I'm trying to see his other ticket that's open right now on warrant status. It's a 2015 case, so I'll entertain a motion for that one.
Your Honor, I move to dismiss that case in the interest of justice for age.
All right, so I'm going to dismiss. It's 2 counts on there: drove while license suspended, as well as failure to stop after collision. This is an older case. I don't know why you didn't come back, but that's okay. We're going to take care of it today, so the warrant won't remain out there in the system any longer. Sir, the fine for the speeding ticket is $125. Typically, you have 14 days to pay for it. Is that going to be enough time?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
All right, you need more time than that, or is the 14 days going to be enough, sir?
14 days is fine, Your Honor.
All right, so we're going to have that due no later than April the 24th of 2024. This should be your last case that's open. We'll dismiss these other 2 counts. I don't know what. Come to court like you did today, okay? From now on, make sure you don't miss any court dates, especially if they're older court cases, okay?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
All right, if there's nothing further, you are all set, Mr. Watson. Take care of this 1 speeding ticket, and the remaining counts have been dismissed today, okay?
Okay, one quick question, Your Honor. Can I come down to the,
what's going on?
I just want to know, can I come down to the court and pay the ticket?
Yep, we're open regular business hours on the 1st floor from 8:30 until 4:30, I believe it is, Monday through Friday. If you plan on coming on the 25th or the 26th, I wouldn't do it. It's NFL. So either try and come before that time or wait until that following Monday to come. And I can extend it. I know it's until the 24th. So just be mindful. Traffic is going to be thick. So if you need an extra day, I can give you until like the 27th, just in case.
No, ma'am, Your Honor. Matter of fact, I'll take care of it next week. That way it'll be before Super Bowl,
Please do not come down here. That's going to be traffic and all kinds of stuff.
I already know, with streets being closed and everything. I appreciate it, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Watson. You have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Woo! That one was fun. And you know how she was able to admonish him with the other guy with his intimidation stare tactic. She just let him have his little silent temper tantrum, basically. The difference was this guy was clowning. So, she picks her battles very carefully. He wasn't trying to be all tough guy, macho. He was trying to be like indignant about it and like, what do you mean I got those cases? Nah. She don't like clowning. Like that's like her. But she knows she can admonish him. She can come down on him without it being a fight. And she does it with tact. She does it gracefully. She shuts them down. And she doesn't let them have that little clown and temper fit. And then Attorney Bachman he picked up right where she left off with it. And, we talked about it, and there is no confusion, is there, sir? It was such a glorious song and dance. I loved that one. I loved it. Yeah, that's what I say. They just ain't raised right. Some of them just, and then when he quit clowning, look at how well that went. And he was very respectful at the end. He just needed to be put in his place. Yeah, that's just, and Jody Gardner, my guess would be there's no funding. That would be my guess. But that sucks. That is really sad. I really hope the community gets together and it becomes an everybody helps everybody kind of situation. Because you know what? That's what community is. Government ain't always going to be there for people, but people can be there for people.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Miss Wombo, is it Wombly or Wombo?
Ms. Womble.
Okay, I just want to make sure I said it right. Now calling the matter of the people versus Makaya Zuri Wombo. That's a nice name. This is ticket number SP 1515671. Count 1, expired plates. Count 2 of that ticket is failed to use seatbelt assembly system effectively. Count 3 is no proof of insurance. I also have ticket number SP 1515721. Drove while license not valid. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Harry Boffman for the defendant. Would you state your name, please?
Makaya Womble.
So, Your Honor, the defendant is going to resolve these issues here today. I have seen the defendant's documents with respect to, I believe it was insurance and registration. I've also asked the court to make sure that her license is valid today. And if so, Your Honor, I believe that she's entitled to dismissal of the instant cases.
All right, her license is valid. What about this failed to use seatbelt assembly system?
That would leave the seatbelt dangling, Your Honor. The defendant would take responsibility for that and pay a fine.
You understand that, Ms. Wombo? So for the cases that are dealing with your license and with insurance and the other counts, I'm going to dismiss those because you have valid documentation. On the seatbelt ticket, though, however, it's a $65 ticket. You need to pay that one, okay?
Okay.
All right, because it's important that we wear our safety belts when we're out here in public, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So the due date for that is typically, like I said, 14 days. Do you need more time than 14 days to pay it? It's okay if you do.
Yes, can I get a month?
Yes, you can have a month. All right. So I'll give you until May 10th to have that paid. It was in default already, Attorney Boffman. I'll just have her go in the system and make sure that she puts that she can pay it by that date and time. And she, meaning my clerk. Also, I want to remind you, you have a review on June 5th of this year with me. You remember that, Ms. Womble?
No.
Oh, let me ask a question. All right. Well, I'm glad I told you. You have a June 5th date of a review with me at 8:45 a.m. for an operator's license. You were probably supposed to pay some money. You remember that?
No. I was just told the driver's license.
Why is it so hot?
You got one on here, so got late fee, you can reinstate.
Take off the late fee and the warrant fee. You gotta keep the reinstate. Okay, well, it's in my computer system. So you owe on this ticket. I'm gonna tell you how much you owe. And what ends up happening is if it's an older ticket and you've already taken a plea a while ago and you just never came back and took care of it, they put it in my system as a review. You took the plea on March 2nd of 2020. You just never came back and handled the money parts of it. And it stays in the system. So we don't want you to have a warrant. So they put it on my docket as a review because they probably, when you didn't pay, set out a warrant.
Okay.
Okay. So you owe $285 for that ticket. It wasn't me who gave you that fine. That's how much you owe for that ticket. Okay. So keep working. Even if you don't have it completely paid off, make some payments towards it by your June date so I can figure out what we can do. Okay.
Okay. You said June 5th?
5th 5th. Yep, at 8:45 a.m. before me, okay?
Okay, and then the
The $65, what?
yes, that was due when?
May 10th.
May 10th. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, if there's nothing further, you're all set, okay?
Okay, thank you. You have a good one.
All right, let me bring in the next group of folks. You all right, Attorney Boffman? You need some time? They're getting at us today, I'm telling you. I'm gonna just bring in everybody. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello, please keep yourself on mute until I call your matter. Johnny, you
All right.
Shaw?
Yes,
I'm
ma'am, I'm
you
here.
to stay off mute. Okay, because I'm gonna call your matter. All right. Now calling the matter of the people versus Johnny Joseph Yenshaw. This is case number SP 1503110, interference with city employee. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Morning, Harry Baughman for the defendant. Sir, state your name.
Johnny Joseph Yenshaw.
We'll waive any more formal reading of the information, complaint, or warrant, Your Honor, and ask that a not guilty plea be entered for the defendant here. He is aware of his right to a jury trial. He'd like to waive that here today and request a bench trial date by Zoom, please.
Is he gonna need counsel or no?
I don't
Well, my
think
thing is though, why do I even have to go to trial? Because this was a charge that he didn't even write me a ticket.
Mr. Yenshaw, let me just hold on and encourage you to maintain silence. It's in your best interest. You don't want to say anything that could be used against you here, and indicate to you that the choice is this: either you plead guilty and pay a fine, or we're going to plead you not guilty and set it for trial. Okay?
Right, I understand that, but why do I even have to go to trial? Because it's bogus. It's
Right.
a bogus trial.
Everybody
So
gets
you
a
don't
chance.
have to do, no, Mr. Baughman, Attorney Baughman, it's enough. Mr. Yenshaw, your choice is trial, or your choice is not to handle it all and go to warrant status. We don't dismiss cases just because you want to dismiss. That's not how this works. So you go to trial. No, listen, now it's listening time. Now it's listening time.
I go
Okay?
to trial, man. I go to trial.
All right. Do you need assigned counsel, or so that they can talk to you about your rights and explain it to you, even though I know Attorney Baughman has, and prepare you for trial? Or would you just like to go with the courtroom assigned a person that day?
Just a courtroom, a person assigned that day.
All right. So if you could raise your right hand for me, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
All right, you can put your hand down. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
No.
That have been Attorney Baughman. Hold on, I set this for a trial before and you didn't show up, sir. What happened?
I was in the
I set
hospital.
this for a trial on February 5th of 2024 and you ain't come.
I was in the hospital and I called and made arrangements. That's how come I got a new trial date, ma'am. I was in the hospital. I was in the hospital with my wife. She was sick. And on that day of the court date, I was in the hospital. And I came down to the courts and made a new court date.
Made a new court date, yeah,
I
because I put him in status. I get it. All right.
And then, Your Honor, the ticket did not come to me. It went to my girlfriend's house because the officer did not ask me for my ID. He did not get information from me. He got information. He got my name from my girlfriend after she was talking to him. So I did not receive any tickets until I went over to her house. He did not come from, he did not.
Well, I'm gonna do a formal reading of the ticket then, because regardless, it's in your name and your ID, and it's gonna go back into warrant status, just so you know, until you resolve it. Formal reading of the ticket, SP 1503110. This is written on the day of October 1st of 2023 at 8:49 p.m. To the matter of Johnny Joseph Yenshaw. It has his address. It takes place at the location of Jefferson and Griswold in the city of Detroit. It says interference with city employee. This is the authorizing code 31-2-2, and it has on the following subject: in passenger side of vehicle while riding, try to issue order to driver, subject interfered, calling rider, names that I won't repeat on the record, screaming, causing driver to exit vehicle for it to be completed. All right, that's the formal reading of the ticket. Attorney Baughman, at this point in time, You would like to set this for a bench trial or waiver trial, is that correct, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I have to be able to physically see you for your waiver trial. It could be in Zoom or in person. What would you like to do, sir, in this particular matter?
I'll just, because I tried to call in Zoom today. I've been on here before, so I don't know why it wasn't working. But I'm gonna get with my girlfriend and have her look at it and everything. And then what is the like when I just do the join meeting, what is the number of your courtroom that I join with?
360-337-0000.
Yeah, that's what I put down, but it never came up. It said we will be with you shortly, but it never came up. So then I called this one because I didn't want to miss it.
So if you would have just waited, then when we had you in court, you may have called in a little early. When court session opens up, then we'll let you in. If it said be in there momentarily, that means that you were in the right court session. We just hadn't started yet to call people inside. You just have to be patient. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I called at 8. I called at 8:30 and it never showed anything up. And then it was like 9:15 is when I called this number.
Okay. Well, you should have just waited a little bit longer and then someone would have let you in. We got tons of people. Usually I have about 30 people sign in my court every day. So sometimes it takes a moment. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. I got you. All right. I got you.
Right. So I'm going to set this matter for a bench trial on the date of July 16th. July 16th. That's going to be at 9 a.m. It is via Zoom. I'll set your bond at $0 personal. Okay.
Okay. Will I get a notification of it?
You will, but I really advise you to write it down. You know, you're in court and this is it. But you should get something else.
I want them to have the correct address because the address that he has for me, the address that y'all have is not my address. I do not live there.
So call the courtroom so we don't do it online and it's recorded on YouTube. So I don't want everybody to have your personal business. Are you ready to take the courtroom phone number down?
Yes, ma'am. I actually have it here.
Listen, Mr. Yenshaw, in a minute, I'm going to have a bench trial because I'm not a jury trial because I'm not going to be able to fairly try this with all this talking that you're doing. So
I'm saying I have the number right here, ma'am. That's what I'm saying. I have the number.
Okay. All right. Call the courtroom so we can.
I mean, fucking assholes.
Okay, we're gonna have a jury trial. I'm not gonna be able to be fair and impartial.
Understood.
So I can just tell you that, right, Attorney Boffman. So I'm gonna have to have him assign counsel. And so once I have him assign counsel, then we can be able to proceed from there because now I believe everything on the ticket. Because what he said to the officer is written on the ticket, and what he said to the officer is written on the ticket, and I believe it 100%. I will not be able to be fair and impartial in this particular matter. So, Mr. Yenshaw, are you able to afford an attorney? If not, the court will everybody put yourself on mute. This is not a laughing time, especially for you, Mr. Richard, because you're 2 hours late. It has to be. It has to be. So I'm going to have you assign counsel. Mr. Yenshaw, I'm going to unmute you, even though you use language that is highly inappropriate in court. So my question to you is, are you able to afford counsel or do you need counsel appointed? Because now I can't be fair and impartial. I'm going to have a jury trial in this particular matter. Press *6. I guess he left. I don't know what to do. He's still here.
He's still here.
Okay. I need him to press *6. I muted you because I don't, that's not appropriate language for the courtroom. *6, sir, so I can find out if you can afford counsel or if you need counsel appointed. All right. Well, I'll stop the hearing for right now. That concludes this matter. Attorney Boffman will have to figure out what he needs. I'm not going to be able to fairly. I'm sorry. He's just going to have a jury trial in that because.
On behalf of the defendant, Your Honor, I apologize.
I appreciate you.
All right. As well.
Ronell Wright.
Yes.
Mr. Wright, sit up in the chair just a little bit for me, okay? Now calling the matter of the people versus Ronell Wright. This is ticket SP 1410178, 1 count discharge firearm. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Tana Jenkins, PA2663, on behalf of Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, please state your full name for the record.
Ronell Wright.
Thank you.
All right, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. It is my understanding that Mr. Wright is here for a review and all of the conditions have been satisfied.
Yes, at this point in time, he has paid his money. It took you a little time, Mr. Wright, but you got it done. And I appreciate you for diligently getting it done at this point in time. Is there a motion to be made, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. In light of Mr. Wright's compliance, I would ask that his underlying charges be dismissed.
At this time, the court is going to comply with that. I'm going to dismiss this matter in this particular case without prejudice, sir. Thank you for coming into compliance with that. And don't do that again. You understand, Mr. Wright?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Have a good day. Okay, sir?
All right, you too. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, Mr. Wright.
All right. Cortez Witherspoon,
Yes, ma'am, present.
turn on your camera for me, please. I hope you're not driving. If you are, you gotta pull over. You cannot drive on Zoom.
I'm parking right now.
Okay. So ticketable
The record
offense
will
in the
reflect the
state of
defendant does
Michigan.
have a valid license, Your Honor. Interesting.
Yes,
Yes, he
I
does.
see that he has a valid license.
Okay.
I'm more concerned about the ticket they give out now.
Yeah.
That ticket is real serious.
We're distracted, yes.
Yes, okay. Now calling the matter of the people versus ticket SP, People versus Cortez Lamar Witherspoon. This is ticket SP 1518716. One count failed to display a valid operator's license. I also have ticket number SP 1518715. That's in default. Is disregard signal red or amber. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Harry Boffman on behalf of the defendant. Mr. Witherspoon, please, for the sake of respect for the judge, would you remove your sunglasses and try to stand still? That's okay. State your name, please.
Cortez Witherspoon, and I'm entering my residence, so I need to do like 2 more seconds of walking. If not, I'll stay right here.
It won't take us very long at all. We'll be done by the time you're ready to. So, Your Honor, the defendant
I'll
is here
just
for an
stand here.
arraignment. We'll waive any more formal reading of the information, complaint, or warrant and stand mute. We're going to need a trial date and the officer here to resolve this. So the defendant is willing to waive his right to a jury trial. We're asked for a bench trial date, please, and thank you.
All right, sir, if you could please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
Yes.
And it's my understanding that you would like to have a bench trial or waiver trial. That's a trial before me as the trier and finder of facts. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to set it for the date of July 16th of 2024, July 16th. That's via Zoom, the same way you zoomed in today. It's going to be at 9 a.m. I'll set your bond at $0 personal, okay?
Okay.
All right, if there's nothing further, you're all set, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. All right. Mr. Witchard, I'm going to put you into a breakout room. He came in a little late. If one of you would grab him, I'll continue doing the other folks. I just want to get people down who had already been here. So that way we weren't doing too much. I put him in room 7. Join room 7 for us, sir. Someone's going to come in there and talk to you. Okay. I just want to get a couple of people out who had been here first before I moved him. He came in. All right. So I don't know. I think either one, you go in, attorney, or y'all got it together. Whoever disappears, I already know your notes and how you put them up. So, okay. All right.
Thank you.
All right. So we're going to do Del Rico Winans.
How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm fine. How are you doing? I'm doing all right, in spite of. Okay. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
You see how stuff is going right now?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Why you ain't paid?
Because I was going through a little situation, and I almost lost my house. I almost got evicted, and I just feel down on my financials. But I'm back working, and I'm just trying to catch up on things, and I was not trying to take care of my responsibilities, and I made sure I came to court on time. I wasn't going to miss this court date for nothing. I was just asking you if you can grant me a little bit more time so I could be able to take that class you told me to take. And I didn't know I have to pay for the class. So I have.
You Okay, all right, let me call it for the record. Now calling the matter of the people versus Del Rico, Dwayne Winans. This is ticket SP 1281349. This is one count discharge firearms. This was on a 3-month delayed sentence. He was to have taken the gun class, and I did give him a fine. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Tana Jenkins, P82663, on behalf of Mr. Winans. Mr. Winans, will you please place your full name on the record?
Yes, my name is Delrico Dwayne Winans.
All right. Attorney Jenkins, it sounds like your client had, prior to this hearing started, he began to tell me he had some hard times. Do you want to articulate on the record what's going on, Attorney Jenkins, on his behalf?
Your Honor, I did have an opportunity to speak with Mr. Winans. I do understand that he has run into some considerable financial challenges. Fortunately, it sounds like they're behind him. He, was faced with the mountain and climbed it, and now he's working and able to get his house in order on a go-forward basis. He just needs a little bit of time if the court is inclined.
Here's what I'm gonna do, Mr. Winans. All right, I'm gonna give you 2 additional months. I know that class, did they tell you how much the class was? I think it's like $200.
He said it was like $165.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Take the class, pay for the class, come back. I need to see some type of payment. Not the entire $200, but some type of payment on this fine I give you. As long as you take the class and make a payment on this fine, I'll see if I can waive the remaining costs and then dismiss the matter like we were going to.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Understand that that's coming up with a lot of money, but I need you to make some efforts at paying something on it. But I understand the class is more important to me than the fine.
I understand.
Okay. So I'm going to give you, do you want it till June or July? What's going to be better?
July is fine.
Okay, so I'll do it July the 10th. I'm going to adjourn this matter until July the 10th at 8:45 a.m. Like I said, listen, I put a fine out there, but I understand times can be tough. I need you to take the class and be able to show proof and make some type of payment. Like whatever you can do.
Okay.
If you've done those things, then I'll allow the attorney to make the appropriate motion to the court. But we have to take that class. We have to, okay?
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
Okay. All right. If there's nothing further, you are all set, okay?
Yes, thank you.
All right. No problem. I'll see you July 10th at 8:45 a.m., okay?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck to you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, after the day that she's had, that attitude, that personality, and that smile right there has had to make a world of difference for her, because it's been just a crap day. And people have been so disrespectful to her, to the council, and I'm willing to wager that smile has gotten that man a whole lot throughout his life. And if he keeps looking at me like that, it's getting him a one-way bus ticket right here. That is one very good-looking man. And it's mostly just that smile and that personality. Like, he's the type of person, like, you just get that vibe from him that, it don't matter how bad things are going, he's still going to find something to smile about. And we need more of that in this world.
I know you had Miss Zilliner.
I did. Yes, I had Ms. Zilliner.
Okay. Well, let me do Mr. Williams, DeMar Williams. He's just a pre-trial date. Let me do him real quick.
Yes. How you doing, Judge?
I'm good, and you? How you doing? 1 second, okay?
Good.
Yeah. 1 second for me, sir.
So that night.
Mr. Williams, put yourself on mute for a second. I gotta do somebody else real quick, okay? And then I come right back to you. Okay.
Okay.
Jenna Webb, Janiyah Webb, maybe. Janiyah Webb?
Yes.
Now calling the matters of the people versus Janiyah Raquel Webb. This is ticket SP 1518741. Count one, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. Count two, no insurance misdemeanor. Also, she has in default ticket SP 1518743, one count expired plates. Appearances for the record, or it may not be anymore. I think it's on the docket. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning. Tana Jenkins standing in for Mr. Boffman on behalf of Ms. Webb. Ms. Webb, please place your full name on the record.
Janiyah Webb. Or Janiyah Raquel Webb.
Thank you.
All right, counsel, how are we proceeding?
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe Ms. Webb will be pleading guilty to allowing, and the charge will be dismissed on payment.
Okay. All right. If that's the case, Ms. Webb, please raise your right hand for me, ma'am. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right. You can put your hand down. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
No.
You ain't talked to Attorney Boffman?
Oh, yeah. I didn't know he was an attorney.
He's an attorney. He didn't tell you he's an attorney. Did you talk to him about this case and about your rights
Yeah, I talked
today?
to him. Yeah.
Okay. Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything outside of what he said in exchange for this plea?
No.
All right. Are you pleading guilty of your own choice, ma'am?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
I'm pleading guilty because I really don't want to do the court stuff. I don't want to go to trial. I'm not guilty because I really didn't know that man that was driving my car at the time didn't have no license. I swear he had a license, but I just don't feel like doing the court stuff. So
let me ask you, Miss Webb, because you messing this up for me right now when you giving me more than yes or no answers. Did you ask him, did he have a license, or did you just assume that he had a license?
No, I asked him and he showed me. But I didn't know that it wasn't a real license. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
The fact that you don't know this person and you allowed them to drive your
I
car
know
brings
him.
me
It's
pause.
my friend. It's my friend.
That ain't your friend.
Well,
Miss Webb, stop talking. That ain't your friend. Because no friend will put their friend in that type of situation. Not a real one. All right. So my question is, Attorney Jenkins, do you think that she's already followed this plea and I need to do a bench trial in this particular matter? Because she's saying, yeah. All right, Ms. Webb.
I think so.
You said too much. When you try, so sometimes we try and explain ourselves, and in explaining ourselves, instead of answering the question, we put ourselves in not a worse predicament, but one that just makes us have to wait, because you're going to have to wait. Because you just told me on the record, basically, that you didn't know. So now we have to have a bench trial, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna set this matter, and it's not a bad thing. It's just a bench trial. Had the officers come. Maybe we can work something out that day about what happened, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna set this matter for a bench trial on the date of July 16th. Write that down, July 16th at 9 a.m. I'll set your bond at $0, $0, okay? And then we'll be able to move forward at that point in time. Note, Ms. Webb, if you didn't do something, don't just plead to get it over with. I know sometimes in life, we just want things to be over with. I just want it to be done. I'm gonna just do whatever, but it's your life. And it may just be something minor, but it's really important. So don't do that to yourself, okay? You have rights. Just make sure that you know what's going on. And that's not a knock on you. That's for everyone, okay?
Okay.
All right, Ms. Webb, you're welcome. I'll set your bond at $0 personal, and we'll see you on that date for your bench trial, okay?
Okay, thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Have a good day. Thank you.
But would her smile get her a bus ticket to where you are?
Thank you, ma'am. All right.
Thank you.
No problem. Of course. All right. Faith Weaver.
Yes.
All right. Now calling the matter of the people versus Faith Anoya.
Ayana.
Ayana Weaver.
Yes.
This is ticket number, that's close. She paid it. Ticket number SP 1547928. Count 1, disregard signal red or amber. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 3, tinted windows. Ticket SP 1547930. Count 1, drove while license suspended. Also calling ticket number SP 1244854, one count, no insurance misdemeanor. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Tana Jenkins on behalf of Ms. Weaver. I did not realize that there was a disregarding a red signal on.
And they should all be on the docket. They're all from February 2nd, 2024.
They may
She
be
didn't
on-
miss a court date.
I didn't see it. I saw the order to show cause for 2, so I didn't,
Yeah, and she has a ticket and warrant status for no insurance, but you kind of handled that one. But she has a tinted windows when she got the drove while license suspended, and it's valid now. But she had disregard, signal red or amber, as well as a tinted windows ticket. Did you need a little bit more time to talk to her?
Yes, I'll need to get an offer too on that. So I'm wondering if maybe we should come back on a new day or.
Either way, Attorney Mason's probably still here too. It's up to you.
Ms. Weaver, do you mind waiting a little bit longer?
It won't be much longer. I'll put you right back in line after you figure it out, but you kind of don't want these because otherwise disregard a signal red or amber is like a 2 or 3 point ticket.
So, well, like if I paid for them already, like
you pay.
You need to talk to your attorney instead of talking. Doctor.
Okay. I'm gonna put you in the. Or would it be okay if we could recall this case, Your Honor?
Yep, absolutely. Go talk to her right now. Attorney Boffman is back on the screen, so I can handle some other matters.
Thank you, Attorney.
And what are her extra charges, Judge? Ms. Weaver?
They're on the docket. So the only extra charge would have been in warrant status. This is no insurance misdemeanor. They should all be there.
Okay.
They're not in default or anything.
Thank you. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
I saw 2 tickets for her.
Let me see. Sometimes what they end up doing is they put them on different spots on my docket, which I don't like.
You know, Your Honor, I might be looking.
So I see the 2 that you're talking about. Why are they not on here? You know what? I wonder if she paid for them already, and that's why they're not on here.
I won't take up the court's time. I'll just look on the Register of Action and in a couple of different places and get it sorted.
Oh, she paid them. That's why they're not on the docket. I apologize.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, we can continue with that. That's okay. We can continue with this hearing then. At this time, Ms. Weaver has those 2 tickets. Only the 2 tickets are listed on the docket today. Counsel, how are we proceeding?
Thank you. In that case, it's my understanding that Ms. Weaver's license is in good standing. Was that confirmed?
Yes.
Thank you. And she does have insurance. She was able to provide proof of insurance. For those 2 reasons, I would ask that the remaining tickets be dismissed.
All right. This time the court is going to grant that request because she now has valid documentations. I'm going to dismiss these matters without prejudice. Ma'am, next time you come to court on some misdemeanors, wait and see about the civil infractions. We may be able to help a little bit with the points so that you don't get as many points on your. I know you were just trying to do the right thing. I get it. But next time, if you do have a court date scheduled for some misdemeanors, just come handle everything at the same time, okay?
Okay.
All right. If there's nothing further, you're all set, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Sorry, Attorney Jenkins, that was mine. It was on it was such a recent date that I wasn't ready for her to have paid because it was a 24 ticket. So I'm just used to that. Okay. Delmar Williams.
Right. Thank you.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, now calling the matter of the people versus Delmar Jordan Williams. This is ticket number SP13. It's what? Demar.
Delmar.
Demar.
Yeah, Delmar.
Demar. Okay. Now calling the matter. Sorry about that. I added a whole extra letter. Demar. Now calling the matter of the people versus Demar Jordan Williams. This is ticket SP1310778. Count 1, improper plates. Count 2, drive unregistered, untitled motor vehicle. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Harry Boffman on behalf of the defendant, sir. Mr. Williams, state your name.
Demar Williams.
So, Your Honor, this is an arraignment. The defendant pleads not guilty. He asks that, and he waives any more formal reading of the information, complaint, or warrant, and asks that you set the matter for a pre-trial. He's going to come back with compliance docs.
All right, sir, I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. I'm going to set this for a pretrial on the date of July 2nd. July 2nd, that's going to be at 9 a.m. I'll set your bond at $0 personal, okay?
Okay.
All right, if there's nothing further, you're all set.
Thank you, Judge.
Problem. You have a good day. All right.
You too.
Nichelle Zilliner, Ms. Zilliner.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Who did her case?
Now, I don't know if y'all heard earlier. There was that space where there was a long pause and there was a whole lot of like chatter and background noises and stuff like that. This was from her. This is that girl. The judge just opted to mute her basically, but she was walking around. She kept popping up and lighting up green, and it wasn't her talking, but it was people in her household, and there was just random yelps and stuff. It was just bizarre, but yeah, that just gives you some preview. But I didn't hopscotch them together because it ended up being multiple like clips and sections. So I let it, kind of organically play out. But I just wanted to let you know, yeah, there was a history with this one.
Do it. I'm ready.
No, I'm asking because she has a lot of. Did you have all her tickets? She got different days for a whole lot of her tickets. She has. So let me just tell you, she has a 5/28 date that she has tickets up on. She has show cause date on June 4th. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 tickets. Do you have all 15 tickets?
No, Your Honor, I thought there was one ticket, the firearms ticket.
What?
Miss, have you not been listening to me all morning talking about people just talking and doing whatever they feel like doing today, Miss Dilliner?
No, excuse me.
I
I'm
can
sorry,
hear you. I know y'all be trying to mumble under y'all breath and y'all don't want me to highlight the fact that y'all have other matters. I try and get a global resolution for you. But if she would like to handle just a single discharge of a firearm ticket, we can today, Attorney Jenkins. And then she can come back on May 28th for the remainder of her matters.
Well, it just caught me
Or
off
June
guard.
4th.
That's all I was saying, Your Honor.
Who did you have mine, bro?
The other matters are traffic related, Your Honor.
And then she got people talking behind her. I'm gonna just put her on mute. Just give me 2 seconds. Just 2 seconds, Attorney Jenkins. I need a moment. I do.
I do.
Thank you. These people driving me crazy. All right. Attorney Jenkins, we're not back on the record yet. We weren't on the record at all. I don't know if we made it there. Did you want to talk to her to see how she wanted to handle this today? How do you want to go about with this case?
That's a good idea, Your Honor. I'll also need to talk to Prosecutor Mason. I'm looking at the Register of Actions, and I do see that there are.
So she has 1, 2, 3 other court dates too. Like but these are all the tickets. Like I have all the tickets in front of me. She just has different court dates.
Well, it'd be nice if we could resolve it today so that she doesn't have to come back to court on any other days. I just have to check.
Talk to her in a room and see if we can make it happen.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I think she kind of screwed herself out of those chances, but we'll see.
You're welcome. All right. So I'm going to. Let me see if I can find her again. She logged out accidentally. So I'm going to put her back into room
No,
number.
I'm here.
Oh, no, it wasn't that you logged out right now. It was a different time. So I'm putting you room number 3. And you can join that room. We can finish up with Attorney Boffman because he has Mr. Witcher.
Your Honor, with your permission, I'm just going to appear for 30 seconds in room number 3. I do notice something about that I need to just talk to about.
Go ahead. That way. We
I'll
almost
see you in room
sir.
3. I'll see you in room 3.
Okay. All right. Phone number ending in 5684. What's your name? We're almost to you, sir. Give us 1 second, Mr. Witcher. Phone number ending in 5684. What's your name?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your name, sir?
Elijah Bernard Wheeler. I was on Zoom
Okay.
when my tablet died, so I had to call back.
Listen, I figured as much, and I do have your file still, so I know you're supposed to be here. Just give us 1 second. I'm sorry about the length today,
No
okay?
problem at all, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, just hold tight 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Sorry for the delay. We are ready on Mr. Witcher. Please stand by.
No problem, attorney. Okay.
That is twice she had to step away from the bench because it was too much. The first time with that Zellner girl and all the background noise and people talking and being disrespectful. And now that guy cussing, she's just had it. And I don't blame her. It's just disrespect over and over and over.
Okay. Mr. Witcher, you can unmute yourself, okay?
Hey, how you doing, Your Honor?
I'm finding you. How you doing today?
I apologize for being late.
That's all right. You came in
Thank
quietly
you.
and you accepted it. All right. Now you in a good spot. Where are you going now?
I went in a different room.
Okay. Now calling the matter of the people versus Marcus Deshaun Witcher. This is ticket SP 1541463. 1 count, driving register, untitled motor vehicle. Count 2, no proof of insurance. Count 3, drove while unlicensed. Ticket SP 1525825, defective bumper. Count 1, count 2, no rear view mirror. Ticket number SP 1473766. Count 1, drove while license suspended. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 3, expired plates. Ticket SP 1501172. This is 1 count, consuming marijuana while operating a motor vehicle. Count 2, defective or missing brakes. I also have some ticket number SP 1533612, fraudulent false insurance information, and count 1 of that ticket is expired plate. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Harry Bachman on behalf of the defendant. Sir, would you state your name for the record?
Marquise Witcher.
Judge, we're here for a pretrial and we're asking for an adjourned pretrial date. The defendant has been advised. I've looked over his record. It appears that he's going to be able to come up with that most important document that he's going to need. And I don't want to make any moves that are going to harm him at this point. He's been advised.
All right, at this time, the court's going to enter a plea of not guilty on your client. I'm going to set this matter for a date of July 2nd at 9 a.m. I'll set your bond at $0 personal, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
All right, we'll see you back the same way you did today, okay?
Okay, you have a good afternoon. I appreciate you.
You too. Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Now calling the matter of the people versus Elijah Bernard Wheeler. This is ticket SP 1525301. Count 1 is drove with a revoked license. Count 2, open alcohol in a motor vehicle. Count 3, expired plates. Ticket number SP 1525306. Count 1, no proof of insurance. Count 2, failed to use due care or caution. Those are in default, but they're 23 tickets. Ticket number SP 1147993. Count 1, drove while license not valid. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Good morning, good afternoon, Your Honor. Tana Jenkins, P82663 on behalf of Mr. Wheeler. Mr. Wheeler, please state your full name for the record.
Elijah Bernard Wheeler.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were able to, Mr. Wheeler is here for an arraignment on a bench warrant. We would ask that the bench warrants be recalled with respect to the arraignment, we'd waive a formal reading and stand mute on the charges for purposes of not guilty plea.
Right. At this time, the court's going to enter a plea of not guilty on your client's behalf. How are we proceeding today?
Thank you, Your Honor. We were going to accept the offer provided by the city, which was to plead to SP 114-79931, amended to failure to display, dismissing count 2, no insurance,
Okay.
and then dismissing SP 152-53011,
Okay.
leading to an amended charge of passenger on count 2. I didn't have the other tickets. Is there any way the court would consider taking them out of default and dismissing?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Sir, Mr. Wheeler, you want to take advantage of this offer today? It's a plea to fail to display as well as open alcohol motor vehicle passenger. You want to take advantage of that offer today?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, please raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your right?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a plea today?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that by taking this guilty plea, that you're going to give up the rights that you had to have a bench or a jury trial in these matters? You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Understanding all of this, did you still want to move forward today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I want to take your attention first back to the date of December the 20th of 2020. Were you in the area of McGraw and Trenton Streets in the city of Detroit driving a Dodge vehicle, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And while you were driving that vehicle, was your license not valid at that time?
Yes, ma'am.
It was not valid?
No, they were not. They weren't
Okay.
valid, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. And then I want to take your attention to the date of December the 9th of 2023. Were you driving a Chevy vehicle in the area of Southfield Service Drive and Joy Road in the city of Detroit, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And while you're driving that vehicle, was there open alcohol in that motor vehicle, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, satisfied, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Stipulation for probable cause on the remaining counts to be dismissed.
Yes, so stipulated.
But this time, the court's going to enter a plea to the reduced charge, open alcohol in a motor vehicle passenger, as well as fail to display. Sir, you have one ticket with the collection agency from 2020 that you never paid. You paid one of the tickets, but then you didn't pay the other ticket for a disregard signal red or amber. You know that, right, sir?
No, I didn't know about that one.
Well, you had that ticket out there and you owe money on it. Let me see how much you owe.
What city you said that?
It's disregard a signal red or amber. It's from 2022. No, 2020. It was it was in the area of McGraw and Trenton.
I gotta try to find that one. I don't.
Yeah, quite. You can look online. I'm gonna tell you how much you owe. My
Okay.
fine today is gonna be $250 on one of the tickets. I'll waive the cost and fines on the remaining ticket. I'm gonna make you pay on that open alcohol and the motor vehicle, and that'll encompass everything. Ooh, because you owe $390. I'm making $200. Because you owe 390, no problem. You owe, no, let's see. He owes 210 on that ticket. So it says 390 is with collections though. I don't know what other ticket might be with collections. Ooh. All right. All right. So you have a $200 fine out there for the open alcohol. How long do you need to pay that? 30, 60 days? How long, sir?
60 days.
Okay. So I'll give you until June 10th to have this paid, okay?
The paperwork will be started like Friday.
I
can go in and make a payment Friday.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, ma'am.
Excellent. Yeah, make some payments on it. You're welcome. Have a great rest of your day, okay?
Yeah, you too.
Thank you. Good luck, sir.
Miss Zilliner, now how are we moving today, Attorney Jenkins? We're just gonna do the one case?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Zilliner?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll just call the one case on the docket today, and then I'll give you a global date for the other cases so that you won't keep coming back. You'll come back that one day and we can try and resolve everything, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, no problem. All right, now calling the matter of the people versus Nichelle. Is it just like her name? Pronounce your middle name.
It's Tanae.
Tanae, okay, because he spells it the same. That's why I was confused. Tanae Zelliner. This is ticket SP 1536607, count 1, discharge discharge firearm. May I have your appearance for the record, starting with counsel first, please?
Thank you. Tana Jenkins, on behalf of Ms. Zillner. Ms. Zillner, please place your full name on the record.
Yes, Nichelle Tene Zoner.
All right, counsel, how are we proceeding today?
Thank you, Your Honor. It's my understanding that Ms. Zillner is here for an order to show cause. No, actually, she's here for pretrial. And we've had an opportunity to discuss the matter. She would like to accept the prosecutor's offer of a plea to a delayed sentence, 3-month delayed sentence with the gun class.
Okay. All right, ma'am, if you want to take advantage of that offer, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can put your hand down. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney? That would have been Attorney Jenkins, I think Attorney Baldwin hopped in there too, about your case and about your rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything outside of what's been stated on this record today in exchange for a plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that by taking this guilty plea, that you're going to give up the rights that you had to have a bench or a jury trial in these matters? You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Understanding all of this, did you still want to move forward today?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I want to take your attention back to the date of January 20th of 2024. Were you in the area of, it's Goulburn, Goulburn Avenue? Is that how you pronounce it, in the city of Detroit?
Goulburn. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And while you were in that area, did you discharge a firearm, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Satisfied, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
The court is satisfied as well and will enter a plea to discharge firearm. Ms. Zilliner, that is so dangerous.
It was self-defense, Your Honor, but
well, that's why you're here, because apparently, even in self-defense, we can't.
Exactly.
I'll leave that be. Okay.
Understood.
So
yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is on what's called a 3-month delayed sentence. They want you to take the gun class. I'm going to give you a phone number. When you call, let them know that you need to take the gun class.
Okay.
Okay. And then if for some reason they say they don't know what you're talking about, I'm looking on a list. I don't necessarily see this, but I'm pretty sure this is a number that goes with this in coordination. All right, so this is going to be set out 3 months from now. I'm also going to give you, because I know the gun class costs $100 fine. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Gun class. Okay, you're welcome. I think it's almost $200. So then I know you'll be coming out of money. And as I stated before to that other gentleman, it's very important for me to have you have the class as opposed to you paying a fine. I just want you to, and then is July a good time, or you need a little bit more time? Because in 3 months is July 10th. If you need a little additional time, I can give you a little bit more.
If you can, just because all these court dates, and then I have other court dates in other cities as well right now.
I figured as much.
Can I just
August?
say something?
Yes, go ahead, Attorney Jenkins. Yeah.
Your dismissal is linked to this time frame, Ms. Zillner.
Okay.
I know. So I even though I can give you more time if you want to get it resolved sooner, I can't dismiss it until you complete it. So I can either do the 3 months or 4 months. I wouldn't go much further out because I'm with her. You want to get this off of your record. So
yeah, let's just do 4 months. I just want to give myself time,
I know. And I understand. So I'm gonna do August 12th.
That's my son's birthday. That's fine.
Are you gonna be okay with that date, or do you need me
Yes,
to do like
that's
the
fine.
13th? Okay. Also, for the remainder of your cases, I'm gonna put them all. Do you have case June 4th? Is that okay? That way you don't have to keep running back and forth to court. So like you wouldn't come back in April or May. You'll just do it all June 4th.
So June 4th, yes, we can put that down. That's fine.
Okay. So all the other cases that you have for me, the April date, don't worry about. The May date, don't worry about. Just come back June 4th.
Okay. You sure, Your Honor? No, I don't have to worry about nothing, no warrants or nothing.
No, I'm gonna put into the system, and that's a good question to ask. I'm gonna put those cases for that day, and so that way you won't have to worry about, because that's a lot of different days to come back, and so we're just trying to do it all on the same day, June 4th.
Okay. June 4th. What time you want me back? 8:30?
8:30. Yep, 8:30 a.m.
And then August 12th, what time you want me back?
At 8:45. I do my reviews at 8:45. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. I know it was a long
I
morning.
appreciate you.
I appreciate it. Okay. All right. So if there's nothing further, we'll see you back for those 2 different dates. Like I said, if you have any issues with getting that class, call my courtroom back so that we can make sure
Okay.
we get the information to you as quickly as possible so you can handle what you need to handle. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome.
Enjoy
If
your
there's
day.
nothing further, you too. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, counsel.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
And in the words of Judge Taylor from earlier in the docket, handle your business. Yeah. That was a fun one. Well, that was a fun 2. The first one, the trial, was really fun too. So I appreciate y'all coming out. I had just the greatest time with you. I always do. You guys, seriously. I always have the best time with my chat. I love you guys. Even you, Papa Les. I hope you don't mind that I gave Jody the secret insider view of Uno and helped her win. Me and CE. Yeah. Well, actually, it was people who they've always been day shift, and they've just finally were allowed to, be a part of the chat, and that is so wonderful. That means so much to me that you guys were finally able to be a part of it. Danette Main has made comments like in the comment section for months now. And she's one of the absolute like regular commenters. And I need that. Absolutely need that. That's what helps the algorithm. That's what helps the channel grow is comments. That's what pushes YouTube out for the engagement factor. So it just the support and the love that I get from you guys is just unreal. Every day I'm amazed. I am just amazed at how supportive and fantastic, loving, and wonderful all of you are. I couldn't do this without you. So just know that you're appreciated. And I love having you here, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Jay from Michigan, there's another one. There's another one of my regular loves. Honey, you came in at the end. I'm sorry, I've been on for 3.5 hours. You guys are all amazing. I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna do an 11 o'clocker tonight. I can't. For one, that's what I had edited. And for 2, I just the pain level is through the roof. And I know you've noticed that I've had to turn the camera off quite a few times. I have to keep adjusting. And you do not want those facials on the screen. It's I'm in so much pain. But I wanted to come. I needed you guys. I wanted to come on and spend time with you and be with all of you. So I really appreciate you, and I love you. And I hope that I will see you guys all tomorrow. and that you all have a wonderful, wonderful night. So be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.